It's time for Mount Union Purple Raider football on AM 1310 WDPN. It's time for Mount Union football on your radio and live on AM 1310 WDPN's Facebook and X pages, as well as streaming on the Q92 YouTube channel. The 13-time Division III national champions are locked in and ready for battle. So let's head to the stadium and join our play-by-play team of Sam Berkwin and Ryan Bevere for all the action. This is Mount Union football, and it starts right now on AM 1310 WDPN.
And welcome to Cara Stadium, the University of Mount Union in beautiful Alliance, Ohio. This afternoon, it's OAC Division III college football as the mighty Mount Union Purple Raiders take on the Cardinals of Otterbein University. Hi, everybody. My name is Sam Berkwin, joined by my partner, Ryan Bevere, as we get set for Homecoming 2025 today here at Mount Union on a beautiful, sun-splashed Saturday afternoon as the Raiders get ready to take on the Otterbein Cardinals. Purple Raiders come in 3-0, 1-0 in the OAC. The Cards 0-3 so far, 0-2 in Ohio Athletic Conference play. Mount Union, Ryan, has not lost to Otterbein since 1977, 24-17, right here on that day. It's been quite a drought. Purple Raiders just ready to go. They're ready for number 4 in a row and ready to keep the beat moving.
Here they come, out onto the field, out of the end zone, the studentless end zone this afternoon. And you mentioned it, yeah, they haven't lost to Otterbein since the 70s. Jeff Dart has never lost in the OAC, 41-0. And he looks to keep that record going strong today.
Purple Raiders on the field, going to go with purple from head to toe today. Purple jerseys, purple pants, purple helmets, white numbers and letters with a little bit of purple and white trim, and the script Raider on the side of the headgear. Otterbein Cardinals in kind of a beige jersey with cardinal red pants, cardinal red numbers and letters, the red helmet with the beige stripes down the side, and the Cardinals in print down the sides of the pants. You mentioned Jeff Dart, what a career he's had at Mount Union, 59-4. He's 41-0, as you mentioned, in the OAC. Dave Marquise, this is his first ever head coaching job in his career, and he's getting it at the D3 college level, as he is 0-3 so far this season. Spent some time with Valparaiso, Dayton, and Kent State, a little bit of time with Wittenberg and Randolph-Macon, and this is his first head coaching job in his career, and of course the Cardinals will have their work cut out for them today. It is a beautiful day here in Alliance. We're going to be around 83, 84 degrees this afternoon. It is homecoming. The home stands are packed. The parking lot is still packed. A buzz of activity today here on campus, and lots of alum and family and friends and neighbors and supporters kind of just taking it all in here on this first Saturday in the month of October. Just a reminder, next Saturday, you ready for next Saturday? We will be going down to Wilmington for the Purple Raiders and the Quakers next Saturday, 1:30 here on 1310 WDPN and streaming live at Q92radiosports.com. I'm going to put in a request that they move that game to like 4 o'clock, but they probably won't. So it'll be up and at 'em early Saturday and on the road as we follow the Purple Raiders through the OAC.
I'm going to put in a request to DP3 for a nice hotel room stay the night before.
I can tell you how that's going to go.
Yeah, both of our requests are going to be denied really
They're
quickly.
going to be null and void and very quickly. To start the game today, the Purple Raiders will kick off. Otterbein will receive and go left to right toward the big scoreboard here at Cara Stadium. Mount Union, as we mentioned, 3-0, knocked off number 17 Wheaton, 37-29. They knocked off number 15 Grove City, 49-14. Bye week on the 20th. They come back last weekend to take care of Baldwin Wallace, 42-23. So their 3 most competitive games have been played. Rest of the way, Otterbein, Wilmington, the Berg, Northern, Cap, Marietta, and Muskingum. So here we go. The Purple Raiders will kick off. Rafferty's got it set up at the 35-yard line. Cardinals with 2 deep at the goal line, 2 deep, sub-deep at the 20. And we're just about ready to go here on this just beautiful Saturday afternoon. Crowd is still coming in, and we're underway here at Cara Stadium in Alliance. Kickoff return from the goal line. Across the 10, boom, 13, 14-yard line, and that is going to be it. That was Antonio Armstead Jr. out of Westerville South down in Columbus with the return, and the Cardinals will take over and set up shop first and 10.
I would expect Otterbein to try to return every punt, every kick that they receive just because they're outmatched, so they have to try to spark something on the special teams.
Quarterback number 10, Braylon Bayless.
Braylon Bayless, the starting quarterback today for Otterbein. He is 6'1", 195-pound sophomore out of Heath High School. It's down there in Licking County at Hebron Lakewood, the Newark Catholic, Heath, Johnstown, those kind of schools. Play action pass, quick dump over on the left side, caught and dropped immediately at the 17-yard line. That pass was caught by Sam Howell. Or that's not Sam Howell, that's 6 or 8. Let me take that. That's 5. That was 5. Zane Dooning, one of their better wide receivers, young man out of Lebanon High School. 6'1" senior, 175 pounds. 14:30 just underway here in the first quarter in Alliance. Otterbein and the Purple Raiders, no score on 1310 WDPN as the crowd continues to come in. Student section filling in just a little bit, but a little bit of work to do there. Bayless was going to hand it off left side to the 20, to the 22, to the 23-yard line, and that's it. Keenan Cruz making the initial stop for the Purple Raiders. That's going to set up about a 3rd and 3 now for the Cardinals at their own 27-yard line as they go left to right here. Your running back today, Matt Griffin out of Chillicothe, 6'1", 230-pound junior. Zane Dooning, one of your wide receivers. Christian Pataki, a tight end, 6'2", 215 out of LaGrange Keystone. Cardinals now. Twins right, slot left. Bayless in the gun will roll to the boundary. Looking downfield, he'll unload it incomplete. Tried to get it to Matt Griffin. Good coverage by the Purple Raiders and good heat put on the quarterback by Caleb Brown and Weston Arthur. And it's a quick 3 and out for the Cardinals, and they'll punt it away. And let's see if Mason Ashby can have a day today, returning punts for the Purple Raiders. He's back at the Mount Union 39-yard line, the young man out of North Canton Hoover High School, getting a little more playing time now. Just not only special teams, but he's in on some snaps as a wide receiver, and he's got a great future here at Mount Union.
Seems like he's just getting better and better each week against tough opponents, too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Coach Dart pretty much threw him into the fire. There's the kick. Almost got blocked. It's high. It's high. Mason will let it go. Good call as the ball takes a sideways skip and hop, and it's down at the Mount Union 48-yard line. The ball down by Rocco DiLorenzo. Number 24 for Otterbein, and the Purple Raiders will take the field for the first time today, 1st and 10. Well, here we go. The machine is on the field. Mikey Maloney, the quarterback out of Painesville Riverside. 6'1", 195-pounder. Darnell Williams in the backfield, along with Sean Thomas. Your wide receivers, Jacob Cockrell, Davion Grant, Nicky Turner. Tight end will be Matt Anderson. Across the line today, Bevier, Kennedy, Lavelle, Rockwell, and Coffey. Mitch Coffey and Rockwell both out of West Branch High School. Quick handoff over the left side, a basic bread and butter play across midfield down to the 47-yard line for Darnell Williams. He'll pick up around 3 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 7.
They're going up against DeMar Anderson. He leads Otterbein with 26 tackles. It's 8th best in the OAC, but the interesting stat, 2nd place on the defense, only has 16 tackles on the season for Otterbein.
Otterbein comes in 0-3 on the season. Mikey back to throw it, slings it, out route caught. Cockrell first down at the Otterbein 38-yard line. First down, Purple Raiders. Mikey Maloney has begun his career as the starting quarterback at Mount Union. 250-plus yards and multiple touchdowns in every game he has played so far this year. Only one of 9 quarterbacks as the ball goes to Darnell Williams. 30, 25, 22, and he's down to the 21-yard line, first down. Mikey Maloney only one of only 9 quarterbacks in NCAA Division III with 85 attempts and no interceptions. We got an injured Purple Raider down. Good grief. Darnell Williams is down at the Otterbein 20-yard line being attended to on the far side. So we have an official timeout. 12:18 to go in the first quarter. No score. I didn't see anything there. I didn't see anybody get tangled up. But Darnell Williams is down at the Otterbein 20-yard line. And, boy, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have brought a whole lot of folks to come out and check on Darnell Williams.
Not that you want to see anybody down, but that is certainly not the guy you want to see on the turf for Mount Union right now. Big playmaker, Darnell Williams. They're going to need him. Waiting to see if there's maybe an instant replay up here in the booth that we could take a look at, see what happened, but it is taking a long time for them to figure that out. And another thing, sometimes it's just cramps and they're rubbing it out. That's what takes so long. It doesn't look like they are messing much with his legs right now.
Okay, he's up. That is a good sign. He may have gotten the wind knocked out of him or something. Not sure. But he's walking off under his own power and looks to be okay. So that was a good sign. That looked scary there for a minute. But good to see Darnell is doing okay. Darnell coming into the game, 37 carries, 235 yards. 4 touchdowns for the Purple Raiders here in 2025. Raiders up to the line, 1st and 10 of the Cardinal 22. Pitch it to the right side. Here comes Thomas. 20, 15. Look at that, 10. Inside the 10. Thomas to the 5. Thomas to the 2. Thomas to the 1. And he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Pick up 21 yards on the play for Sean Thomas. Outstanding running back out of Lima Central Catholic his senior season. Purple Raiders up to the line, ready to go. Maloney in the gun. Mikey turns, hands, fakes. Mikey spins, goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Mount Union.
They fooled everybody, including me. I thought it was definitely going to Sean Thomas. He takes the ball all the way to the 1-yard line. They hurry up offense. It kind of seems like they're just going to go right back to him. Pump fake or ball fake. And Mikey takes it in for an easy yard.
So Mikey Maloney scores the opening touchdown of the ball game. Purple Raiders coming in averaging 42.7 points per game. Otterbein is giving up 49.7. It's not a good equation there for the Cardinals. Merrick's extra point is up and he bangs it through. And with 11:47 to go in the first quarter, it's Mount Union 7 and Otterbein nothing. That was a hot butter knife going through margarine on that particular drive right there, was it not?
That was a good analogy. Never heard that one before. Might have to start using that one. Hot butter knife going through some margarine. We like to call it Swiss cheese. You ever heard that one? Defense looks like Swiss cheese. Holes all over the place.
So the Purple Raiders on top 7-0. Getting ready to kick off. Check some college football scores here for you. Boy, did you see Iowa State was having all kind of trouble with Cincinnati today. Clemson hammering Bill Belichick in North Carolina 35-3 in the first half. Michigan leads Wisconsin 10-7 at the break. Illinois 27, Purdue 14 halftime. Baylor, Kansas State 17-17. How about this? Cincinnati 31, Iowa State 7.
Kind of had a feeling this morning.
Oh, I had a huge feeling.
You know what I mean?
There's the kickoff by Raftery. It's going to be scooped up. Got to bring that out at the 5 to the 10. 11, 12, and down at the 13-yard line for Armstead. And the Cardinals will take over 1st and 10 with 11:43 to go in the first quarter. Boy, a lot of folks still coming in. Home side's packed. There's no room over there, so the Mount Union fans have had to come over here and sit on the visiting side, and it is filling up quite nicely here at the stadium.
there's not a seat open across the way.
It's literally.
And even the students who weren't here at kickoff, they're filing in too, and they're making the line in the end zone.
It's still a lot of folks out tailgating, enjoying the homecoming festivities here today on the campus of Mount Union. Here comes Braden Bayless, the second series of the afternoon for the Cardinals. Hands it off over the left side of the 21 to the 22-yard line. Rocco DiLorenzo on the carry. Picks up a couple of yards. Keenan Cruz on the stop for Mount Union.
Keenan Cruz is everywhere.
There he is.
He's all over the place. Mans the middle of that field and does a real good job as that middle linebacker.
Rocco DiLorenzo out of Nordonia High School in Macedonia. About 55 minutes, hour to the north here, northwest. Bayless in the gun. Fake inside handoff. He's rolling right. Pass is caught out to the 28-yard line by Christian Pataki, the tight end out of LaGrange Keystone. And that is going to be enough for an Otterbein first down.
Parker Logan was in there, and the quarterback's grill almost had him, was just right there. He's wearing a brace on his left leg. I did not notice that in the first couple weeks. I don't know if you've noticed that. But I noticed that he's got a brace on his left leg, Parker Logan.
First and 10, Otterbein at their own 28-yard line. Just getting cranked up here on this Saturday afternoon in Alliance. Purple Raiders on top 7-0. Inside handoff, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34-yard line. DiLorenzo again on the carry. So Rocco takes it over the right side, gets nice yardage. We'll give him 6. We'll call it second down and 4. Cardinals at their own 34 going left to right here in the opening quarter of play.
Second down and 4 at the 34-yard line.
Purple Raiders at Wilmington next Saturday, at Heidelberg the following Saturday. Both games will kick off at 1:30 here on 1310 WDPN and Q92radiosports.com. Bayless, play action going way back. Oh, he's in big trouble. He just turns and heaves it toward the Mount Union sideline, and it's incomplete. 3 Purple Raiders coming. Brown, Renard. Somebody must have made a heck of a catch over there on the sidelines. They got almost a half of a standing ovation by the partisan Raider fans under the covered stands.
Not much Bayless could have done right there, but he's got to know. The ball is at the 35-yard line. You can't wheel back to the 15.
So third down and 4, Otterbein at their own 34-yard line. Raiders with 3 down linemen. And Caleb Brown is coming off the edge. There's a pass in the flat, caught at the 40 to the 42, and a first down. Otterbein keeps the drive alive. Grant Hartley out of Fredericktown, the Freddies, picks up the first down. Stark County High School football fans familiar with Fredericktown High School. That is where North Canton Hoover coach Brian Baum came from to take over the Hoover program 10-plus years ago.
At the 42-yard line.
The Fredericktown Freddies. They have a good program down there.
Freddies.
That's right. The Freddies. Bayless under center. Fakes it. He'll keep it. 45. Bayless down at the 45-yard line. Who got him? 27. That's Costa. No, that's not Costa. That's Carson Blank. Nope, that's not him either. Good grief. Get the right roster. Davis Nye. See, I should have flipped my...
You know, the only Freddie that I know in football is the Falcon. Freddie the Falcon down in Fairless.
Yeah. Fredericktown Freddies. They actually played a playoff game at Fawcett Stadium back in the late 80s. There's DiLorenzo around the left side. He is taken down by, guess who? Keenan Cruz. Number 30 with the open field tackle.
And then Costa T hurdles the receiver to avoid any contact. Watch this on the replay. No, you're not going to cut it off. But he hurdled him over top.
7:57 clock running in the first quarter. Out Mount Union 7, Otterbein nothing. Sam Berkwood, Ryan Bevere with you today on 1310. and all of our social media platforms. Hope everybody's having a great Saturday afternoon. Motion to the left side is Pataki, and we got movement on the big left tackle for Otterbein, and that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. I believe that was Sekou Baldi, 6'3", 335 pounds. He flinched a little bit, and they caught him, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Iowa State back on the board. It's 31-13 Cincinnati. Halftime at Nippert Stadium. 31-15. Cyclones just got the 2-point conversion. So a lot of offense down in the Queen City today in that Big 12 matchup. 3rd down 11, Otterbein at their own 41. 4 wideouts. Bayless back to throw. He's in trouble. He's running to the right. He's looking downfield. He'll throw. It's caught. 45 and out of bounds at the 48-yard line. Going to be well short of the first down.
Nice job by Bayless to keep that play moving, just to find a receiver and get something out of it.
That was Tyler Harrington, the tight end out of Stowe, 6'3", 207 pounds. But well short of the first down. Otterbein's punt team will come in. And Mason Ashby will retreat back to his 15-yard line. Let's see if we can get a little return here now. Carson Blank will punt it away for Otterbein. He's back at his 32. Almost got blocked, and they just ran into him, and that's going to be a penalty and a first down for Otterbein. That will drive the Mount Union coaches nuts. That is definitely running into the kicker, and that'll be a 15-yard penalty. And the Cardinals will keep possession of the football here in the first quarter.
Blank is hobbling off the field. At first, I thought maybe he was just trying to sell the call, but it looks like he's actually injured on the play, the punter for Otterbein.
50 yards from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
He is laboring.
Yeah,
Blank as he comes over to the sideline. And the other thing is that's who they have listed as the second punter on the depth chart.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
I'm sorry. So Zach Nelson would be the backup punter. And they're going to take a look at Blank down here on one of the benches, and he's looking at his right knee, right tibia. You're kind of vulnerable. You know what I mean? You're back there, and you got 2 or 3 guys coming at you, like knees, legs, ankles.
I don't know
you're suspended in the air.
I don't know how it doesn't happen more often.
So the Cardinals 1st and 10 at the Purple Raider 38-yard line now. Play action. Bayless back to throw. Bayless throws. Got a man wide open, and a catch is made at the 15-yard line. That's a heck of a grab down there by Grant Hartley, the wide receiver. First down.
Say Hartley or Hartline. That was a sick diving catch.
It was.
Into the red zone. You know, you could really get a whole conversation going if you want to talk about how the NFL changed the kickoff. Maybe we could change the punt.
Otterbein is at the Mount Union 14-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals, going left to right here in the first quarter of play. Braden Bayless, the quarterback, he'll fake it. He's looking. He just chucks that one out of bounds, incomplete. Well, he gets choppy legs back there, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He knows 1,002. Okay, I better do something, and I better do it right now.
Yeah, I don't know if he looks scared in the pocket is the right way to say it, but he's definitely alert that he's got a lot of purple coming his way. In Mount Union, they're doing a good job. They don't have to send the house. They're only rushing 4 guys, and they're doing it pretty successfully.
So Otterbein now setting up 2nd and 10 at the Mount Union 14-yard line. Motion to the left. They ain't going to get set. They finally do. Bayless hands the ball off over the right side to the 10, to the 9, down to the 8-yard line. Pretty good run there.
It's a pretty good drive as well. It gives Otterbein, it gives them life. It gives them hope. It gives them momentum. They're in the red zone. They're inside the 10-yard line of Mount Union.
Matt Griffin will line up just to the left of his quarterback, Bayless. Cardinals 3rd and 5 at the Purple Raider 9-yard line. 5 minutes and running here in the first quarter, 7-0 Mount Union. Play clock is down to 3. Bayless will fake it. He'll keep it himself. He's trying to run over right guard, right tackle. Lunges down to the 6-yard line.
Caleb Brown there for the Purple Raiders.
Don't really understand that call there, but that's going to bring up a 4th down and a long 2.
It is 4th and 2.
They got to get.
With them going for it like that on 3rd, just running the ball, I would imagine that they're just going to try that again.
Yeah. They got to get to the Mount Union 4. And Otterbein 4th and 2 at the Purple Raiders 6-yard line. Raiders in tight defensively. Bayless in the gun. He will hand it off over the right side. 1st down. Otterbein down to the 2-yard line. That was Griffin again on the carry. Matt Griffin out of Chillicothe, and the Cardinals have a 1st and goal at the Mount Union 2-yard line.
I don't know that giving up 7 was on Mount Union's radar in the first quarter, especially homecoming night. This place is packed, rocking, ready to go. They need a defensive stand right here. Something tells me Otterbein would go for it again on 4th.
Absolutely. Otterbein got them split out now. Wide left, right, slot left, tight end to the left, H-back left. There's a little wildcat situation, and that play is going absolutely nowhere.
Yep, it was Keenan Cruz coming right up the middle, hit the gap.
So Pataki lined up in the wildcat. He is normally their tight end. He took the snap. There was nowhere to go. Now they will line up again. Pataki will be the QB, so to speak. Griffin, H-back to the right. Wideouts to both sides, slot right. High snap, Pataki pulls it down, runs it to the 2, to the 1. Pataki to the goal line and in. Touchdown Otterbein. And the Cardinals are on the board. It's Mount Union 7-6 with 2:46 in the first quarter of play.
Gives them a lot of hope, a lot of life.
Raylan Ballandera in for the extra point. Snap the spot. The kick is up, and it's good. And we'll take a timeout. I don't think many people in the stadium thought Otterbein would get on the board at all today, let alone the first quarter. 2:46 to go in the first. It's a 7-7 tie. Purple Raider football continues after this timeout. 13-10.
Hey, Joe. Good to see you. What brings you out today?
What's up, Sam? Need to pick up a few tools. You?
Oh, I need new kitchen cabinets and countertops, maybe even a whole new kitchen, but I can't get any help or find what I need in this place.
Yeah, Sam. These big hardware stores are great for tools and appliances, but not for kitchens and bathrooms. You need to go to Robertson's for that. Robertson Kitchen and Bath Gallery is a craft-made dealer, and their knowledgeable consultants have the training and expertise to actually help you get what you need without breaking your budget.
Visit Robertson Kitchen and Bath this Thursday evening until 7 at 2155 West Main Street in the Alliance Industrial Park. Robertson Kitchen and Bath, where amazing meets affordable.
Union, we're tied at 7. Purple Raiders in Otterbein. Here comes the Purple Raider return. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, to the 45 and the 46-yard line. That's where the Raiders will set up shop, 1st and 10. Luke's. We're going to put that ball. We're going to put it closer to the 45-yard line, it looks like.
On the tackle. It is 1st down Mount Union at the Purple Raider 45-yard line.
So outstanding return by the Raiders. And they'll set up shop. Oh, okay.
There was a flag way back.
Yeah,
on
they
35.
did the false start, but
Midfield, 1st down.
Now we got it at midfield.
got it at midfield now. Okay. Trips left, Twins right. So it's an empty set for Mikey Maloney. Fake jet sweep. No, they'll give it to Darnell. 50, 45, 40. Inside the 38, down close to the 36. A gain of 14 and a first down for Darnell. Looks like he's okay after getting.
Just going to say those legs look pretty good, Sam. Good sight to see.
Okay, here comes Mason Ashby into the game. Darnell and Anderson will check out for Mount Union. We mentioned Mason, the young man from North Canton Hoover, returns punts, and now he's getting a lot of action now in this 4-wide set for Coach Jeff Dart and the Purple Raiders. 1st and 10, Mount Union. Mikey Maloney back to throw. Mikey looking, going deep for Cockrell in the end zone. He dropped it in the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Had him beat by a step. That should be 6. He owes Mikey a touchdown ball right now.
He knows it too. He went, chased the ball down and got it, and throws it over the official's head. He's upset with himself. He won't drop any more of those. But that had 6 written all over it. So Jacob now will go over to the left and line up in that wide receiver spot. Purple Raiders wide right, slot right.
Now they're going to press Cockrell.
Yeah, a little bump and run down here. Inside handoff to Sean Thomas, 40, 35, 30. Thomas 29, Thomas 28. Very close to a first down. Maybe a little bit short.
I'm a big fan when a player makes a mistake like that, go right back. Go right back, especially when they had that press. I would have liked to see Mikey try to audible out of that and go another fly route. But they get 9 yards out of it, so we'll take that.
Maloney in the gun. Thomas the tailback here. Nicky Turner, the old wraparound motion going back to the right side. Thomas over the left guard inside the 25 to the 24. Sean Thomas to the 23. Picks up 5 and another Mount Union first down.
Two-headed monster, Darnell Williams and Sean Thomas. It feels like there's just a two-headed monster each and every year in and year out at Mount Union.
Purple Raiders averaging 42.7 a game. '17th in the country. Little dump out to the left side, caught Matt Anderson, the tight end. He will go inside the 18, close to the 16-yard line. Let's mark him out at the 17. Under a minute here in the first quarter. A lot of people's, they're going to have a surprised look on their eyes when they see this score after the first period. Well, we'll see. 7-7 now, but still 35 seconds to go. Raiders at the Otterbein 17-yard line. Mikey Maloney in the gun. He'll go back to throw. Mikey steps up, throws over the middle. Caught by Thomas at the 10. He's to the 5. Sean Thomas blows into the end zone. Bangs his way in for the touchdown.
You remember the last drive. He got all the way down to the 1-yard line and got stopped. That run right there, that catch and pass, that catch and run, seemed like he just would not take no for an answer. He's like a salesman into that end zone.
Sean Thomas was not going to be denied with 25 seconds to go in the first quarter. It's a 13-7 Mount Union lead. Franklin holds Merrick for the extra point for the Raiders.
He made it a great immediate move as soon as he caught the ball and spun to his left. He was into the end zone from there, but he did have to look like a
bad snap. They got it down. Merrick got his foot into it, and he missed it.
The kick is no good.
25 seconds to go in the first quarter. Watch this replay here by Thomas. Boom, 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 in.
Like a pinball machine.
Yeah. So the PAT is no good, and it remains 13-7. That was not a good snap. Franklin tried to get it down. Merrick booted it through, but it was off to the right, and it remains a 6-point Mount Union lead.
But the standard of excellence for Mount Union and Coach Dart, there's a lot to correct. There's a lot to pick apart from the first quarter. And you don't say that with a lot of teams that are winning 13-7, Sam, at the end of the first quarter. But this is Mount Union, and it should be different.
Expectations, the goals, and a whole new level here.
But you love that if you're a football coach, if you're a football junkie, You absolutely love that.
Absolutely. Crowd continues to file in here. A lot more people here than I thought were going to be here today. Return to the 20, out to the 25, and no further for Antonio Armistead Jr. Cardinals will take over with 17 ticks on the first quarter clock, trailing 13-7.
Taking advantage of the weather, which I just think it might be us, actually. Wherever we go, it seems. sun is out. There's not a cloud in the sky. This is the same way last Saturday.
24-yard line.
We have not had a bad football Saturday yet.
I don't know that we've had a cloud.
No. Even when I went over to Grove City, I mean, it was hot. It was warm on that, but it was, again, just absolutely no clouds at all. And here we go, first down and 10. Otterbein at their own 24-yard line. Bayless hands it up, and he's drilled by Keenan Cruz at the 20-yard line. Nowhere to go for Rocco DiLorenzo.
It's a good way to end the first quarter.
It is. Keenan Cruz all over the field today for Mount Union. 1 quarter in the books at Karas Stadium. It's homecoming. It's Mount Union 13, Otterbein 7. We'll take a break. You're listening to Purple Raider Football on 1310 WDPN.
Bonford Glass reminds you that fall is just around the corner and winter won't be far behind. And now's the time to think about those commercial doors and windows that need a little work. When the mercury in the old thermometer starts to plummet and the cold wind starts to blow, you'll want to be warm and cozy inside. And you can be with the help of the experts at Bonford Glass. They can replace broken or cracked windows and doors quite economically with unsurpassed service. Bonfords can even handle those odd and different sized windows, as well as replacing the old hardware and providing weather stripping for commercial doors of all types. No matter what kind of door or window treatment you need, the crew at Bonford Glass can handle it. Imagine the comfort of a pleasantly warm home, and your fuel bill savings will add up too. Call the glass experts at Bonford Glass at 330-823-0450. Bonford Glass, 30 South Union Avenue in Alliance.
You're listening to Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM 1310 WDPN.com.
Sam Berkman, Ryan Bevere back here at Karas Stadium, the campus of the University of Mount Union. Homecoming 2025. And the Purple Raiders in front of the Cardinals right now, 13-7. Otterbein second and 13 at their own 21-yard line. It's Brandon Bayless in the gun. See if the Raiders bring any heat. They do. It's a handoff. DiLorenzo running hard, but he's going to be brought down at the 24-yard line. Gavin Earhart on the tackle, the freshman out of Avon for Mount Union. Third down possession play now for Otterbein. 3rd and 9 at their own 25. Thank you. Bayless in the gun, trips to the right. He'll go back to throw. Here comes the delayed blitz. Bayless steps up, got him at the 22-yard line. There's the big sack.
Caleb Brown there, along with Elijah Franklin.
Big number 90, Elijah Franklin, on that tackle.
Right next to him, Keenan Cruz.
Okay, here we go, Mason.
Cameron Armstead in punt formation.
Armstead in punt formation. Mason Ashby back at his 40-yard line. High, slow snap. Got it away. Ashby will come up and catch it on the run at midfield and goes out of bounds at the Otterbein 46-yard line. He is not afraid to grab the ball on the run in traffic. And the Purple Raiders will get it 1st and 10 at the Cardinal 45-yard line.
Little antsy for Mason Ashby right there. He had a couple Cardinals right in his face, and he grabbed it and said, "I'll take my 4 yards."
I'm going to tell you what, have you ever tried to field a punt?
Oh.
Like a professional or a high college or even a really good high school punter, have you ever tried to field a punt?
No,
It is one of the most difficult things to do just when you're by yourself, let alone people breathing down your neck. Maloney over the middle, caught by Turner, got away at the 30. Nicky to the 25. He's out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Then a first down, Nick Turner. First down, Purple Raiders. Turner caught that ball and went out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Right down there in front of Mount Union basketball standout Elijah Farrington and assistant coach Jeffrey Mansfield. Got their little fold-out chairs on the track down there about the 10-yard line. One of the best seats in the house.
They are as cool as the other side of the pillow.
Right? He's kicking back on a Saturday, watching a little football. Turner in motion. He'll go back the other way. Counter inside to Darnell. 15-14. Williams to the 13-yard line before he is taken down. Stopped by the Otterbein Cardinals. That was DeMar Anderson on the tackle.
Second down, 6. With the ball at the 14.
Purple Raiders. Second and 6 at the Cardinal 14-yard line. Wyatt Steele in motion. Play action. Mikey Maloney, the cockerel, incomplete. Quick slant right at the end zone. A little bit of traffic, but Maloney was able to get it in there, but the ball goes incomplete.
He should have caught it. There's no doubt about that. But there was a lot of traffic, and he had someone coming right at him.
Yep.
It was not the same drop as what we saw in the first quarter when he had his man beat in the end zone.
So let's see what the Raiders come up with. I got to imagine they're going to go two-down territory here. Darnell Williams, the tailback, to the left of his quarterback, Mikey Maloney. Steele, the H-back, Cockrell to the right, Turner to the left, and now Darnell behind his quarterback. Maloney gives it to Williams. Darnell inside the 10. Darnell Williams inside the 5. Darnell pounding his way to the 4, to the 3, to the 2, and it's first and goal. Well, he went an extra 5 or 6 yards in that big pile down there, did Darnell Williams.
I was waiting for them to stop the play, but you can see the line on the replay. It just keeps moving forward.
Yeah. So now the Purple Raiders will send Cockrell to the left and Turner to the right along with Anderson. First and goal, Purple Raiders at the Otterbein 3. Maloney hands it off to Darnell Williams. He got to the 2. He got to the 1. He pops his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Mount Union. Darnell Williams scores from 3 yards away. And with 11:40 to go in the first half, it's 19-7, Mount Union.
It's more like it.
Beautiful drive for the Raiders. Touchdown comes with 11:40 left here in the first half. Franklin to hold. Merrick for the extra point. 1 out of 2 today. Bad snap on the second one. That's a good snap there. Franklin gets it down. Merrick boots it through. And we'll take a timeout here in Alliance. 11:40 to go in the first half of play. It's Mount Union 20, Otterbein 7. And Purple Raider football will continue on 1310 WDPN.
Craving something fresh in Alliance? Head to Pulp, where every day starts with in-house fresh squeezed juices, packed with real fruits and veggies. Need a boost? Try our wheatgrass or ginger shots. Small shots, big energy. Hungry? We've got you covered with crave-worthy bowls and wraps, loaded with flavor and made fresh just for you. Come visit us on 450 West State Street in Alliance. Healthy never tasted this good. Fresh flavors made just for you.
This is Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM 1310 WDPN.com.
Sam Berkwood, Ryan Bevere with you on 1310 WDPN. Purple Raiders 20 and Otterbein 7. Early second quarter here at Mount Union. Kind of gone the way we expected, pretty much, except for we a little surprised Otterbein got on the board here in the first quarter today.
Yeah, I mean, it is 20-7, and again, it's just the Mount Union standard of things, but it just feels like it's not up to par, but a good start to the second quarter.
Purple Raiders, again, their first 3 games in the first 4 weeks of the season. I mean, a pretty good gauntlet for them. with Wheaton, Grove City, and Baldwin Wallace, and keep in mind 2 of those 3 on the road. So, but they know what's ahead. They know what's at stake. And talked to Coach Jeff Dart on the show Thursday afternoon, and with Mount Union, it's they worry about them. They don't worry about their opponent. Kickoff goes out of the back of the end zone. Otterbein 1st and 10 will take over.
I mean, Mount Union is the definition of controlling your own destiny year in and year out. But what you don't want to have is you don't want to have your biggest opponents in the rearview mirror and have all of this time from now until Christmas around, and that Stag Bowl's in January.
January 10th.
So,
regular season ends on November the 15th. So
you got to find something to keep the guys motivated and focused, especially in games like this. And right now, it's a 13-point game.
We got a little delay of game here on Otterbein. That'll back him up 5 yards.
I don't know. How do you get a
How do you get that
game
after a kickoff?
Right.
20-7 Mount Union. So a 5-yard penalty on Otterbein.
You know, actually, I'm looking for the play clock, and I don't see it. Is there not one?
Yeah, right there. See where the goalpost, just go right behind the goalpost.
Gotcha. There it is.
And then
one on the other
the
side.
one I can barely see, but I know it's over there. Bayless and company, 1st and 15 now. Handoff over the left side. That's Griffin to the 20. That's it. No gain on the play. Mount Union in the all purple today. Purple helmets, purple jerseys, purple pants, white numbers. Otterbein in the cream-colored jersey, cardinal red pants and red helmet with the red numbers and letters. I'm going to say Costa T is going to make a play here. Probably a handoff. Bayless in the gun. Play action. Rolling to the right. One-handed catch made. Caught. And Caleb Brown brings the receiver down at the 29-yard line. Maybe the 30, but that was a heck of a catch with one hand by the young man.
That was an incredible grab. We saw another diving catch in the first quarter for the wide receiver.
Pataki. And I'm going to tell you what. Our guy, Jerry Cooper, he ran into and bounced off of Pataki, the tight end for Otterbein. All right, still 3rd and 6 now for the Cardinals. Going right to left. 10-20 in the first half. Mount Union 20, Otterbein 7. Here at Cara Stadium. An 83 degrees Saturday afternoon in early October. Back to throw. Bayless throws. Caught. And it's going to be a first down. That was the tight end, Tyler Harrington. 6'3", 207 pounds. Got hit, lunged forward. Pick up that extra needed yard on a first down for Otterbein at their own 36-yard line.
Bayless doing a good job spreading the wealth out there. I believe that's his fifth receiver to catch a pass.
After the first quarter today, Bayless was 5 of 9 for 47 yards. Flags on the play. Griffin got the carry. He got taken down for a 2-yard loss, but this could be false start, illegal motion, something on Otterbein with 9:25 to go.
Keenan Cruz is not going to like that call because it's going to take away
a tackle.
Yeah.
That's right.
In the backfield, too. Tackle for loss.
Keenan Cruz had 5 total tackles in the first quarter, 1 for a loss. Mikey Maloney in the first quarter, 3 of 4, 32 yards and a touchdown. Sean Thomas, 3 carries for 34. Darnell, 3 for 33.
The ball moved back to the 33-yard line.
Purple Raiders Otterbein had the ball 11 minutes plus. Mount Union 3 minutes plus.
Wow.
But that just goes to show you time of possession doesn't mean a whole lot. Bayless in the gun, 3 in the pattern. Fake handoff. Bayless will keep it around the right side, and Caleb Brown brings him down along with Keenan Cruz at the 33-yard line for no gain on the play.
And that seems to be like the formula to try to beat Mount Union. So you have to win time of possession. You got to try to bleed the clock. You have to, like we talked about last week, you want to get to the fourth quarter and have a shot. You want to have a good look in the fourth quarter. Just get us to the fourth quarter is how these teams prepare against Mount Union, I would imagine, if I was the head coach. And you can see it right now as they bleed the play clock all the way down to 10. We're in the second quarter.
So let's see if the Raiders can keep him out of here now. Back to throw, Bayless. He's in trouble. He's got room if he wants to run. There he goes. 40, pushed out of bounds. Look out, young man. Nye pushed him out at the 43, so they're going to be short of the first down. There's no way in the world you go for it here. And the Cardinals will send the punt team in with 8:15 to go in the first half, and they trail Mount Union 20-7.
That time of possession number is scary when it's the score. The score looks like it does 20-7. Can you read that off to me one more time? The time of possession.
Yeah, 11 plus for Otterbein, 3 minutes 55 seconds for Mount Union. There's the boot. Mason Ashby. We'll just let that go. Otterbein will down it at the Mount Union 18-yard line. So here come the Raiders with 7:45 to go in the first half. 20-7 they lead.
Foot on gas. They should be looking to score 2 more times before the half.
I would agree. That's the mindset. That's got to be the mindset. I'm sure it is. College football scoreboard: Pittsburgh 37, Boston College nothing. Third quarter. Clemson still over North Carolina 35-3. Navy over Air Force 24-17. Michigan 10, Wisconsin 7. Boy, the Badgers are hanging in up at the big house today. Ohio leads Ball State 14-7. Cincinnati 31, Iowa State 15. Pass outside, caught. Nicky Turner at the 42 to the 43. First down. Purple Raiders. That's 24 yards on the catch by Turner. First down.
He got tackled awkwardly, kind of slid down. I'm glad to see he got up like a firecracker, and he's all right. Nice catch and run.
So Nick Turner. Dallas, Texas, Strongsville High School. He'll come in motion to the near side. Mikey Maloney in the gun. Mikey will turn. He will hand to Sean Thomas, 43. Thomas bangs his way to the 45, and he's taken down after a gain of 3 on the play. Those guys are popping down there.
Sean Thomas, he refuses to be tackled. You need to hit him 2 or 3 more times after the initial contact to make sure that he goes down, because he is an animal.
Matt Anderson will check out. Mason Ashby will check in for the Raiders on this second down and 7. Mount Union from their own 45-yard line. 20-7, Purple Raiders lead. 6:30 to go. Clock running in the first half. 4 wides. Maloney back to throw. Mikey's got all day. Over the middle. Open. Turner couldn't grab it at the 25-yard line. Incomplete.
You know, actually, the one standout thing, the outlier that Otterbein is doing well that Mount Union is not, is those impossible catches that they make possible. They've made a couple of catches on the Cardinals have, and Mount Union, not only have they not made those catches, but they've had a couple drops.
That's 3 drops today.
Yeah.
Cockrell had a couple, and that one just couldn't be hauled in by Turner, and it's 3rd down and 7. Wyatt Steele in motion. Maloney to throw. Mikey looks. Deep slant, incomplete.
That one hit the hands.
Tried to get that one to Omar Allen out of Miami, Florida. And the Purple Raiders will punt it away with 6:20 left to go in the first half. And the Otterbein fans that made the trip from Westerville applaud their team's defense on that stop. So Mike Franklin back to punt for the Purple Raiders. Mike Franklin in his senior season out of Falls Church, Virginia. Or out of Sandusky, I should say. Great punt by Mike Franklin. Wow. Inside the 10, inside the 6, and it trickles out of bounds at the Otterbein 6-yard line. Mike Franklin, senior, 6 feet 180 out of Sandusky. Also holds on extra points and field goal attempts from out. And the Otterbein Cardinals will take over 1st and 10. Ohio State, Minnesota tonight, 7:30 down in Columbus. Georgia leads Kentucky 28-7 in the third.
Iowa State making a comeback.
See if the Fighting Matt Campbells can come back against Cincinnati. Bayless hands it off over the left side, and the Purple Raider defense is just waiting for anyone. First hit. Kevin Earhart, he's had a game today, the freshman out of Avon. Keep your eyes and ears open for that man. Gavin Earhart wears number 23 for Mount Union. And again, he's only a freshman. That's a loss of 2 for Otterbein. 2nd and 12 at their 4. Bayless now will get the shotgun snap about 2 yards deep in his end zone. Play action, throws it slant, caught, 16-yard line, first down. Catch was made by Zane Dooning, the wide receiver at 11 on, first down, Otterbein.
Earhart was the linebacker right there in the slot. Quarterback Bayless just hit it right over his head. I'm wondering if Earhart would have leaped, he might have been able to intercept that ball.
So on this homecoming Saturday with 5 minutes to go in the first half, Mount Union 20, Otterbein 7, Cardinals 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line, going right to left here in the second quarter of play at Karas Stadium. And off over the right side, Griffin pounds his way for 2, or Di Lorenzo on the carry. Taken down at the 18-yard line for a gain of 2 on the play.
Also for Gibson. It is 2nd down and 8.
You can tell that Otterbein is hoping that this is the last possession of the half. I don't know if it's going to be. They are taking that play clock down each play.
Each team still with all 3 of their timeouts remaining, plus the 2-minute stoppage in play. Di Lorenzo again on the carry, 30, 25, 26, 27, first down. Needed 80, got 9. First down, Otterbein as they'll move the sticks with 3:56 to go in the first half of play. I'll tell you what, Dave Marquis, the head coach of Otterbein, he got to be, I know they're down 20-7, but he's got to be happy with the fight and the aggressive play of his football team here this afternoon.
I like his game plan. I like the scheme and the approach to come in here.
2 wide outs. Again, it's an inside handoff to the tailback, Di Lorenzo. He'll gallop out to the 29 for a gain of 2 yards on the play. Clock at 3:17 and running here in the first half of play.
The more time that comes off when the ball is just laying there, it helps Otterbein. It helps anybody going against Mount Union because it's less time that Mount Union has with the ball to score.
Yeah, you can just tell them every snap. I mean, they are basically trying to take this play clock down to like 2 or 3 seconds before they snap it now.
Scoreboard
of course,
is off.
The scoreboard just went out.
They blooded out. They blooded down too much.
Right.
The scoreboard's screaming, "Make it stop!" But that's what you got to do. I'm not suggesting that this is Otterbein's brand of football, that they just bleed out the play clock each and every play. But against Mount Union on the road or at home, it doesn't matter where it's at. I like it. I like the scheme. And again, they're only down by 13 points and they have the ball. So something's working well.
Where are we at? About 3?
It's about 3:20.
3:10, 3:15, something like that. Now, usually when that scoreboard goes out, it'll come right back on. but not right now. It's not. So the officials are huddling up and in a group at about the 30-yard line, waiting to see if it doesn't pop on here soon. I would imagine they would try to keep the time on the field, which is always a treat for us.
Oh,
because we really have no idea how much time is left.
it's like watching it in the old days.
So a little stoppage in play here with X remaining in the first half. It is 20-7 in favor of Mount Union. Great crowd here today. Good day to get a little suntan over here on this side of the stadium. Covered stands.
Actually, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not old enough to watch games without a scoreboard bug, I don't think.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't be.
There's always been a scoreboard bug for me.
Yeah, you go back. I don't know when that started, but I remember watching football, basketball, baseball. There was nothing on the screen except the game. There was no.
Did you ever question that? Or was that something that when it finally popped up, you were like, "Oh, that was a great idea"?
Yeah, I never questioned it.
I was wondering
because that's just what we were used to.
Because I would like to be in that meeting. The guy that came up with the idea. You know what? We should put scoring time on the screen when they watch the game.
Like they would flash it for like 5 seconds, like every 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So guess what? No cell phones then. You couldn't get online and look. Oh, you had to wait until they would flash the time and score again.
Yeah,
so
I know.
you had to continue to watch the game.
I'm a big nerd, and I watch a lot of games that happened before my time.
Yeah.
And I watch them on YouTube and stuff like that, and that happens all the time where I'll be watching it, and I'll even forget, like, what inning is it? What quarter is it? What's the score?
Right.
And then they flash that, and it's a split 5 seconds.
Yeah, it's not up there long.
No. Great idea. Whoever came up with that.
So the scoreboard is out. Now, the video board is good. The play clocks are good, but the scoreboard is completely out. Referee just said something into his crowd mic.
Put the black print on the scoreboard for the time. It's 2:55, second and 8.
Okay, here we go. So what they're going to do is they're going to take the video feed, score time, quarter down distance, and where the ball is, and they're going to put that at the bottom of the video board on the scoreboard, and that's how we will be able to keep the time. So, hey, a good backup plan here. All right, we're at 2:50. Clock is running. Here we go. Second down and 8 for the Cardinals at their 28. Bayless hands it off over the right side to Griffin. He'll grind his way to the 31-yard line where he's taken down. But the one thing is every time they go to show a replay or a logo or a new screen, the scoreboard goes off and now it comes back on.
According to Google, a guy named David Hill introduced the scoreboard bug in 1992.
Yes. From Fox.
From Fox.
Yep.
It was an English Premier League game. And for American television, Fox was the first to adopt the score bug. They debuted it in 94.
You're correct. David Hill was the man behind that idea, and now we've got our 2 minute
I know a
timeout.
Dave Hill. Not the same guy, but I know a Dave Hill.
Yeah. So there's our 2 minute timeout, and we will take it. 20-7. Mount Union here in the first half. It's been a wild one on homecoming. We'll be right back.
Hey, Joe. Good to see you. What brings you out today?
What's up, Sam? Need to pick up a few tools. You?
I need new faucets and a vanity, maybe even a whole new bathroom. But I can't get any help or find what I need in this place.
Yeah, Sam. These big hardware stores are great for tools and appliances, but not for kitchens and bathrooms. You need to go to Robertson's for that. Robertson Kitchen and Bath Gallery is an American Standard Plumbing Registered showroom, and their knowledgeable consultants have the training and expertise to actually help you get what you need without breaking your budget.
Visit Robertson Kitchen and Bath this Thursday evening until 7 at 2155 West Main Street in the Alliance Industrial Park. Robertson Kitchen and Bath, where amazing meets affordable.
You're listening to Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM 1310WDPN.com.
All right, back here at Mount Union, the scoreboard is out, but they have found a way to make do. And we will go right along with them. 20-7 Purple Raiders, 2 minutes to go in the first half. Otterbein now. 3rd and 6 at their own 31-yard line. Bayless in trouble. Caleb Brown chasing him. He throws. Oh, wow, what a catch. First down, Otterbein at their 42-yard line. Zane Dooning with an incredible catch and a first down. I want to see this again.
Yeah, that was Odell Beckham-esque. One-handed, I know that. Toe tap, one hand, dive.
Wow.
He dove, caught it one-handed, and got his feet in.
That was incredible.
That was the catch of the year, and that was, I think I said that last week. That was a lot better.
That was big time. First down, Otterbein at their own 43-yard line with 1:55 to go. Griffin burrows his way out to the 45-yard line. Now, the only thing that they are not showing on the board is timeouts remaining. I believe Mount has all of theirs, and I think Otterbein has 2. That's just a guess. 4 wide. Bayless throws, caught, and goes to T with the pile drive at the 50-yard line. Harrington on the catch. And now Mount Union calls the timeout with 1:22 to go. That's their first. They have 2 remaining.
So they're going to try to get the football back on a 3rd down and 2 stop.
Yep.
And then they'd have to go a long distance to get into the end zone. But they're hungry for points, man. 20 points is not going to satisfy Coach Dart at halftime.
Halftime will feature the Purple Raider marching band and the homecoming halftime.
Purple Raiders have scored over 50 points against the Cardinals in 9 of the last 10 meetings between the two. There's been 5 shutouts in that time period. So the Purple Raiders have dominated this series. Again, 1977, the last time Otterbein beat Mount Union, and that was here, 24-17 that day.
32 at midfield.
See if the Raider defense can make a little stop here. 3rd and 2 for the Cardinals at midfield, going right to left. Mount up by 13. Bayless fake to Griffin, throws it out on the right side, caught, and Dye missed him, and the first down is going to be made by Otterbein. Davis Nye had a chance back at around the 43-yard line in the flat to make a big tackle and a big loss, but wide receiver got away and got a first down.
It's a heck of a play. Ran backwards, got a first down. You got to imagine Mount Union's receivers are across the field thinking to themselves, they got to be licking them chops right now, thinking to themselves, these Otterbein, the Cardinal receivers, are outplaying us right now. It can't happen on homecoming night.
Otterbein now is thinking, hey, let's not only bleed this clock down, but let's go get some points at the end of the first half. 1:15 to go at the Mount Union 48-yard line. Bayless hands it off left side. Griffin, 45, got away at the 40, got away to the 35. Griffin taken down at the 34. That's a gain of 14 and a first down.
Keep the feet moving. It works. You just keep turning them legs. Chop, 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 chop. You'll get through.
Coming up on a minute to go now, and Otterbein 1st and 10 at the Raider 34. Let's call it the 33. Bayless back to throw. Here comes Caleb Brown. Here comes Caleb. Couldn't get him. Throw incomplete out of bounds at the 18-yard line. Boy, he was trying to get him. And Caleb And the quarterback, Braden Bayless, got up and they give each other a big bear hug after that play. Each guy appreciating the efforts of the other on that last snap of the ball.
Purple Raider 33.
Halftime activities coming up. Jeff Mears with all the local, national, and regional news. Checking on the sports, the official weather. Ryan will have the stats for the first half, and then we'll get you ready for the second half of play. I'm wondering at this point if, well, they'll probably spend the entire halftime trying to figure out what's going on with the main scoreboard here. But if we have to use what they've got up on the board now, that'll work. Better than nothing.
Yeah, that works.
better than having nothing.
It's a nice alternative.
I have no idea what the holdup is here.
In case you're wondering what it looks like, it's literally the screen. It looks like you're watching it on TV, and they got the scoreboard bug at the bottom.
Yep. Bayless play action, he'll throw. He is way back there. He throws it up for grabs. Almost caught. Almost intercepted. Nobody got their hands on it. Incomplete. Caitlin Brown had a chance for a pick. Zane Dooning had a chance for a catch. Neither happened. Third down.
Yeah, Caleb Brown, right after almost getting a sack, almost gets a pick. Back-to-back plays. I know it's 20 to 7. You're up 13. There's been a lot that hasn't gone right for Mount Union first half, including the scoreboard.
See if the Mount defense can make a play. Otterbein 3rd and 10 at the Mount 33. Bayless to throw. Slings it in the flat. Not even close. Incomplete. Trying to hit Grant Hartley. Zach Liebler on the coverage for Mount. I don't think the Cardinals are interested in a 50-yard field goal attempt here, so they will go for it, 4th and 10.
I'm interested.
I'm going to tell you what, if they don't get it, Mount's going to have plenty of time.
Right.
And a couple of timeouts to score before the end of the half, if they stop it.
And I would imagine that the time of possession looks similar to the first quarter. The second quarter
probably
looks similar to the
because
first.
they've the same script as the first quarter of just ball hogging it, Otterbein. Hey, you know what, though? That's a smart thing to do.
Oh, absolutely. It just proves Mount's dominance.
4th down and 10, Bayless to throw. He's in trouble. He's rolling to the right. He is almost back at midfield. Holy cow, fella. He's all the way back at the 38-yard line of Otterbein. Looking downfield. Being chased. Throws on the run. Incomplete. Oh, my word.
Talk about bleeding clock. He took about 20 seconds off just running around. I don't think that was scripted to do that.
Bayless, he retreated almost 30 yards before he finally got ahead of steam going toward the sideline, and he heaved it way downfield out of bounds and incomplete. But you're right.
I don't know.
They took 15 seconds off the clock there.
I don't know that was designed to do that. It looked like he was genuinely running for his life.
We'll see if the Raiders can get something before the half. Mikey Maloney going to roll left. He slings it. Caught. Late flag. Yeah. This could be offensive interference.
I think it might be.
They may have got Amari Allen for a push-off before the catch was made. Let's see. Official lost his hat, too. Maybe, you know what? Maybe he went out of bounds.
Could be. But I think.
Yep, illegal touching.
Nice
so
call.
He did go out of bounds first.
Nice call.
No, the tip-off there was the referee threw his hat out of bounds where he went out of bounds. And then they threw the flag, so
it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the
to make the challenge a little tougher here for Mount Union with 22 seconds to go in the first half. And now they have a 2nd and 10 back at their own 32-yard line. Ashby, Allen, and Turner to the right. Cockrell wide to the left. Darnell in motion. Dropped the ball. That's a loose ball. That was thrown behind the line of scrimmage, and Otterbein has recovered. At the Mount Union 35. Now there's going to be a big huddle up in a conference, and they may say that was a forward pass. Let's see.
If not, Otterbrein's going to have 18 seconds, and they're going to need to go less than 40 yards.
Turn your mic on, fella.
Incomplete forward pass.
Okay, so incomplete forward pass.
So
That's the right call.
incomplete pass brings up 3rd down and 10.
So now there's 18 seconds to go. Purple Raiders a 3rd and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Mount Union leads it 20-7. Kind of a choppy first half here today. Mount Union and Otterbein on homecoming 2025 here at the University of Mount Union. Sam Berkman, Ryan Bevere, good to be with you on this Saturday. Oh, what a beautiful day. 84 degrees right now. Anderson motion. That's a long delay handoff to Darnell. 35-40. Williams to the 43. Did he get enough for the first down?
Picks up 9.
No. And a timeout. Mount Union with 9 seconds to go. So they're going to use them all. Stick around. Halftime activities coming up at the end of the first 2 quarters of play. Boy, folks, you got the umbrellas out over here now, trying to shade themselves from the sun a little bit on this side of the stadium.
Yeah.
You'll get a sunburn today.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot better over there on the home side when you got that roof. You're in the shade, hanging out. So what do we think here? Is this a halfback screen play to try to get the 58 yards, or do we see Mikey Maloney use his arm? Because I know he's got it. He could throw it to the end zone from there.
I think, well, you got to get the first down.
That's the end of the first half.
And after all that, they decide to run out the clock. And the second quarter is in the books here at Mount Union. Your score after the first 2 quarters of play. Mount Union 20, Otterbein 7. The big halftime report is coming up next. You're listening to Mount Union Purple Raider football on AM 1310 WDPN.
Do you or a loved one suffer with back pain? Most chronic back problems are caused by compression from the disc being thinner and thinner as we get older. At the Disc Center of Alliance, also known as Family Health Physical Medicine, all we have to do is put the patient on the table and decompress the spine. These treatments are so gentle, patients usually fall asleep. They don't have to go through the shots, surgeries, all the physical therapy, or painful and invasive procedures or drugs. If you have an MRI scan, we can look at it and tell you if we can help you or not. Seeing us can change your life. Give us a call, 330-821-4455.
Craving something fresh in Alliance? Head to Pulp, where every day starts with in-house fresh squeezed juices, packed with real fruits and veggies. Need a boost? Try our wheatgrass or ginger shots. Small shots, big energy. Hungry? We've got you covered with crave-worthy bowls and wraps, loaded with flavor and made fresh just for you. Come visit us on 450 West State Street in Alliance. Healthy never tasted this good. Fresh flavors made just for you.
Bonford Glass reminds you that fall is just around the corner and winter won't be far behind. And now's the time to think about those commercial doors and windows that need a little work. When the mercury in the old thermometer starts to plummet and the cold wind starts to blow, you'll want to be warm and cozy inside. And you can be with the help of the experts at Bonford Glass. They can replace broken or cracked windows and doors quite economically with unsurpassed service. Bonfords can even handle those odd and different sized windows, as well as replacing the old hardware and providing weather stripping for commercial doors of all types. No matter what kind of door or window treatment you need, the crew at Bonford Glass can handle it. Imagine the comfort of a pleasantly warm home, and your fuel bill savings will add up too. Call the glass experts at Bonford Glass at 330-823-0450. Bonford Glass, 30 South Union Avenue in Alliance.
From the newsroom, I'm Jeff Mears with this halftime edition of AM 1310 WDPN News. One person is dead following an explosion at a detached has not been released. No one else was hurt. The blast caused minor damage to neighboring homes. The cause is under investigation by authorities, including the ATF and the state fire marshal. Stark County prosecutors want a special prosecutor to handle the case of two Canton police officers charged with reckless homicide. Friday, they cited a conflict of interest. During a pretrial hearing in Common Pleas Court, retired Medina County Common Pleas Judge James Kimbler gave prosecutors 2 weeks to file a motion for their request. He is presiding over the case after Stark County judges recused themselves. Both Shoneggy and Camden Birch are slated to return to court for a final pretrial hearing January 21st. Frank Tyson of Canton Township crashed his vehicle near the AMVETS building on Sherrick Road Southeast in April 2024. People there called police to have Tyson removed due to erratic behavior. He stopped breathing after being handcuffed and put on the floor. Shoneggy and Birch have pleaded not guilty. A 16-year-old Canton McKinley High School student is charged with inducing panic and carrying concealed weapons after being found with a handgun. According to the repository, Principal Sean Stranger said the .38 caliber gun was found by an X-ray bag scanner Thursday morning and did not make it inside the building. The student reportedly told police the bag belonged to someone else. The weapon had a round in the chamber, but no magazine. Demolition of the Molly Stark Hospital is set to begin next week. Gary Monterelli Excavating is the contractor, with completion expected by the end of the year. The 96-year-old building in Nimishillen Township has been abandoned since 1995. The property is owned by Stark Parks. Last year, they received a $2.3 million grant from the Ohio Brownfield Remediation Program for asbestos abatement, demolition, and site remediation. That will cover about 75% of the cost. The remainder will be paid by Stark Parks, the County Land Bank, and commissioners. The hospital has been the frequent target of vandals, and park officials have cited safety concerns. Akron Canton Airport is preparing to celebrate its first American Airlines flight to Chicago. The carrier will fly nonstop twice a day to O'Hare International Airport. CAK plans to host a gate party for travelers on the first flight, 6:30 Monday morning. It will depart at 7:45. United Airlines currently operates the only service to Chicago from Akron Canton. More news after this.
The Q92 Sports Network brings you more high school football and basketball games than anyone else, by far. But did you know that you can go back and listen to our broadcast again? Simply go to the Q92 radio page on SoundCloud. We posted the games we broadcast for everyone to go back and relive. We have playlists filled with our high school football broadcasts from 2016 to this season. So go to SoundCloud now, follow Q92 Radio, and listen. And thank you for listening to all of our sports broadcasts of high school football and basketball on the Q92 Sports Network.
A federal judge has set an October 10th deadline for victims of the 2023 East Palestine train derailment and Norfolk Southern to respond to allegations of fraud related to the settlement of a class action lawsuit. The move by Judge Benita Pearson follows a filing last week by a group of class members who opted into the personal injury portion of the $600 million settlement, which was approved a year ago. The motion asks for nullification of the settlement. Norfolk Southern has indicated it will oppose it. The motion accuses legal representatives of intentionally hiding crucial information about health risks. It concerns the part of the settlement providing payments to individuals who signed a release of their personal injury claims against the railroad. A Leetonia man will receive treatment at Heartland Behavioral Healthcare in Massillon after being found not guilty by reason of insanity. Columbiana County Common Pleas Judge Megan Bickerton issued the decision concerning 47-year-old Randy May Wednesday. She said an evaluation determined he was mentally ill. May was charged with felonious assault and aggravated robbery for the assault of a Leetonia police officer during a traffic stop. In October 2024, Officer John Hancock suffered a broken ankle and a head injury when he was hit with a metal bar. May was also found not guilty by reason of insanity for attacking a deputy in April 2024. The final termination of commitment for that case will be in 2027, while a hearing for the other is slated for 2036. A legal battle to allow Youngstown Ursuline High School transfer students to play football this season is returning to Mahoning County Common Pleas Court. Attorneys filed an amended injunction Thursday. A hearing is scheduled October 10th. The original injunction was recently denied. Allegations of hazing, sexual assault, and harassment involving some football players led to the cancellation of the 2025 season. The OHSAA ruled last month that any student who transferred from Ursuline to another school would not be able to play this season. The amended injunction makes the same arguments as the original filing, but notes a Trumbull County judge ruled in favor of 3 students who transferred to Girard. A Mahoning County judge has sentenced a Youngstown woman to 6 to 9 years in prison for the September 2023 drowning death of a toddler. Common Pleas Judge Maureen Sweeney issued the punishment to 32-year-old Adrienne Hudson Friday. She pleaded guilty in August to charges of involuntary manslaughter and child endangering. Hudson was indicted in January 2024. She was babysitting 1-year-old London Kaysen and her own child at a home on Ridgelawn Avenue on Youngstown's west side. The group was outdoors and Kaysen reportedly wandered away and ended up in the pool. The coroner later ruled her death was was accidental. The Ohio EPA has approved a project to fill in areas of an abandoned mine in Austintown. The Ohio Department of Natural Resources is preparing to send the project out for bid. The estimated cost is $433,000 to be covered with state and federal funds. The work is scheduled to take up to a year. The mine left behind steep walls up to 24 feet. It will be backfilled to create a more gradual incline. Hardwood trees native to the area will be planted. Coal mine near the intersection of Fairview and South Turner Roads was abandoned 150 years ago. We'll return you to the stadium for the second half of today's game, but first a look at the forecast. For this afternoon, sunshine and a high of 82. Tonight, clear, cool, a low of 52. Sunny skies Sunday with a high of 82. From the AM 1310 WDPN newsroom, I'm Jeff Mears.
Hey, Joe. Good to see you. What brings you out today?
What's up, Sam? Need to pick up a few tools. You?
Oh, I need new kitchen cabinets and countertops, maybe even a whole new kitchen, but I can't get any help or find what I need in this place.
Yeah, Sam. These big hardware stores are great for tools and appliances, but not for kitchens and bathrooms. You need to go to Robertson's for that. Robertson Kitchen and Bath Gallery is a craft-made dealer, and their knowledgeable consultants have the training and expertise to actually help you get what you need without breaking your budget.
Visit Robertson Kitchen and Bath this Thursday evening until 7 at 2155 West Main Street in the Alliance Industrial Park. Robertson Kitchen and Bath, where amazing meets affordable.
You're listening to Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM 1310WDPN.com.
Welcome back to Karis Stadium, home of the Mount Union Purple Raiders. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon, homecoming, and this is halftime on AM 1310 WDPN. I'm Ryan Bevere alongside Sam Burkle to be joining us here at the end of halftime and for the third quarter. I've got we'll do some stats for you. We'll talk about the first half, and then we'll follow that up with some highlights. How about the score being Mount Union 20, Otterbein 7? However, time of possession, get this, Otterbein, 22 minutes, 15 seconds. Mount Union's only possessed the ball for 7 minutes and 45 seconds. Yes, Mount Union is winning 20-7. First downs, 11 for Otterbein, 9 for Mount Union. Rushing yards, 24 attempts for 70 yards for Otterbein. 12 rushing attempts for 99 yards for Mount Union. Passing yards, 93 to 82. Otterbein has they've had incredible catches, diving catches, one-handed catches all over the place. At least 3 that I can remember. And Mount Union did have 4 drops in the first half. These stats do not add up to 20-7, but it is 20-7 Mount Union. That just proves their dominance. Pass completions, through attempts for Otterbein, 11 of 18, no picks, 5 of 10 for Mikey Maloney and the Mount Union Purple Raiders, no interceptions. Total offensive play yards, 42 plays, 163 yards for Otterbein. And Mount Union, 20 plays less, 22 plays, and they've got more yards, 181. No fumbles for each team. Punt returns, Mount Union's got 1 for 7 yards. It was Mason Ashby. Kickoff returns, 45 yards total for Otterbein, 29 yards for Mount Union. 0 interceptions for each team. Mount Union punted once for 49 yards. Otterbein has averaged 32 yards over their 3 punts in the first half. Penalties, 3 penalties from Otterbein for 15 yards. Mount Union, 2 penalties for 15 yards. Third down conversion. This is the one that's really stinging Otterbein. It's 4 of 10 for the Cardinals, 2 of 4 for Mount Union. Red zone chances were 4 for 4 total. Otterbein 1 of 1, and Mount Union is 3 of 3 in the red zone. We'll get to some of the highlights here in a couple of minutes. Let's go through some of the individual player stats for Mount Union. Rushing the ball, Darnell Williams has 1 touchdown, 60 yards. His long was 16. He's rushed the ball 7 times. Sean Thomas has rushed the ball 4 times for 37 yards. And Mikey Maloney rushed the ball once for 2 yards and a touchdown. That was the first touchdown of the ball game. Passing, Mikey Maloney, 5 of 10, 82 yards and a touchdown. He did have 4 drops from his receivers in the first half, where that could very easily be 9 of 10 for Mikey Maloney. Receiving, Nick Turner has, 2 catches, 50 yards. Sean Thomas has 1 catch for 17 yards, and it was a touchdown. Jacob Cockrell has been targeted 3 times. He did have 2 of the drops. He does have 1 catch for 9 yards. Expect him to have a big second half. Matt Anderson has 1 catch for 6 yards. Punting, Michael Franklin, 1 of 49 yards. Mason Ashby returning 7 yards off of 1 return. Kick returns, Lucas Weaver, 1 kick return for 29 yards, and it was a good one. Tackles, Gavin Earhart, the freshman, 4 unassisted tackles, 4 assisted tackles, 8 total tackles, 1.5 tackles for loss. Keenan Cruz is all over the place. He's got 6 tackles. 5 of them are unassisted. 1 of them is assisted in 2.5 tackles for loss. Davis Nye, 4 unassisted tackles. And Julian Solis, 1 unassisted tackle, 2 assisted tackles, and 3 total. All right, let's go give you some highlights right here. It started in the first quarter with 11:47 to go. Mikey Maloney, a 2-yard rush.
Raiders up to the line, ready to go. Maloney in the gun. Mikey turns, hands, fakes. Mikey spins, goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Mount Union.
Otterbein went out a wildcat formation with their tight end, Pataki. He's a beast. It was a 3-yard rush.
Griffin, H-back to the right. Wideouts to both sides, slot right. High snap, Pataki pulls it down, runs it to the 2, to the 1. Pataki to the goal line and in. Touchdown, Otterbein. And the Cardinals are on the board. It's Mount Union 7-6 with 2:46 in the first quarter of play.
We were tied at 7 after the Pataki run out of the Wildcat. Again, he is a tight end, and it sounds exactly like it is. He's a big kid. He also made a one-handed catch. Mount Union, they got it back going with Sean Thomas, a 17-yard pass from Mikey Maloney. Here's how it sounded.
Mikey steps up, throws over the middle, caught by Thomas at the 10. He's to the 5. Sean Thomas blows into the end zone, bangs his way in for the touchdown.
You remember the last looking like a pinball machine, Sean Thomas. It was 17 yards from Mikey Maloney. That made it 13-7, and then Mount Union tacked on another in the second quarter. Darnell Williams, a 2-yard rush. Here's how it sounded.
First and goal, Purple Raiders at the Otterbein 3. Maloney hands it off to Darnell Williams. He got to the 2. He got to the 1. He pops his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Mount Union. Darnell Williams scores from 3 yards away. And with 11:40 to go in the first half, it's 19-7, Mount Union.
Still about 7 to 8 minutes to go until we kick things off here in the third quarter of play. Once again, it was 20-7. Mount Union ahead of Otterbein. We'll break it down with Sam Berkwin here in a couple of minutes once we bring him back into the broadcast booth. Right now, let's go over some other college football scores. Georgia throttling Kentucky 35-7. Cincinnati over Iowa State 31-22. Michigan, they were down 7-0 in the Big House. It's now 24-7 over the Wisconsin Badgers. Another good Big Ten matchup. Illinois beating Purdue on the road 40-27. That was another game that was 7-0 in favor of Purdue to start the game. Pitt, wow, only a 6.5-point favorite. Humiliating Boston College, 48-0. Clemson 38-3 over North Carolina. Kansas State 31-25 over Baylor. I love this matchup. Air Force versus Navy. Navy 34-31. Close one. Army 24, UAB 7. Ohio struggling with Ball State. It's 14-12. Wake Forest 24, Virginia Tech 14. UTSA, what are they, the Roadrunners? They're beating Temple 14-10. NC State over Campbell 28-7. They play on the baseball field. Campbell might have a good shot in that game. And UMass up 3-0 over Western Michigan. We've got some other college football games going on tonight, some ranked matchups. Penn State over UCLA, that's 3:30. Texas at Florida, that's at 3:30. Vandy and Alabama at 3:30. Notre Dame hosts Boise State. Virginia on the road against Louisville. How about Kent State? The Golden Flashes, they are at Oklahoma. So Kent State, after beating Merrimack, have traveled to Texas Tech, Florida State, and now Oklahoma. Miami and Florida State at 7:30. Ohio State against Minnesota at 7:30. That's at the Shoe. Texas Tech at Houston tonight at 7 o'clock. Mississippi State at Texas A&M at 7:30. And last night, BYU beat up on West Virginia. Pretty bad, 38-24. We'll take a break here in the broadcast booth, and when we return, we'll bring Sam Berkwin back in with us, and we'll give you our thoughts ahead of the third quarter. It's Mount Union football on AM 1310 WDPN.
Montfort Glass reminds you that fall is just around the corner and winter won't be far behind. And now's the time to think about those commercial doors and windows that need a little work. When the mercury in the old thermometer starts to plummet and the cold wind starts to blow, you'll want to be warm and cozy inside. And you can be with the help of the experts at Montfort Glass. They can replace broken or cracked windows and doors quite economically with unsurpassed service. Montforts can even handle those odd and different sized windows, as well as replacing the old hardware and providing weather stripping for commercial doors of all types. No matter what kind of door or window treatment you need, the crew at Montfort Glass can handle it. Imagine the comfort of a pleasantly warm home, and your fuel bill savings will add up too. Call the glass experts at Montfort Glass at 330-823-0450. Montfort Glass, 30 South Union Avenue, in Alliance.
The Q92 Sports Network is your home for the best coverage of high school and Mount Union football and basketball. Be sure you're following us on our social media. Just follow Q92 Sports on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, X, and Threads. You'll know what games we'll be broadcasting week to week, and we drop photos and videos from all of our high school and Mount Union broadcasts. Be sure to follow Q92 Sports on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, X, and Threads, and stay connected to the Q92 Sports Network.
This is Mount Union football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM1310WDPN.com.
Welcome back to Carrot Stadium, Mount Union football on AM 1310 WDPN. I'm Ryan Bevere alongside Sam Berkwin. We're getting ready for the second half. The scoreboard is not fixed yet, but they do have a nice alternative. It's basically just like you're watching the game on the scoreboard TV part, and it looks like they've got the time and everything but the timeouts. Time down, score, which is 20-7 Mount Union. Sam Berkwin joining us right now back at the broadcast booth. What do you think the message was at halftime, Sam? 20-7, but we read the stats. I don't know if you looked it over. It's Otterbein leads in a lot of these categories.
Well, the time of possession is unbelievable right now. The fact that Mount has a 13-point lead when Otterbein's had the ball for 22-plus minutes, Mount's had it less than 8. But that wasn't by accident. That was the game plan, I'm sure, coming in. And, especially with Otterbein starting the game with the ball, they probably thought, well, this might be our only way to kind of hang in here today. And look, I would say Otterbein is hanging in. It's 20-7. As we start the third quarter of play, the Purple Raiders will receive and go left to right toward the scoreboard that is not working. Onside kick. And it's bobbled around, and I think the Raiders scooped it up right at the 50-yard line, and they'll take over 1st and 10. Well, The old element of surprise by Otterbein. Coach Dave Marquis says, you know what? Let's do it. And not a bad attempt at all, but the Purple Raiders were aware enough to hop on that pigskin, and they'll take over at midfield 1st and 10. That's one of those moves there where if it works, hey, great. If the least you get to work on the clock a little bit again for Otterbein, and try to tire Mount out defensively, but if you don't get it, you give the Raiders the ball 1st and 10 at midfield.
Channeling his inner Sean Payton.
There's a fake to Darnell, and Mikey Maloney's going up for the post. He's got a man open. Cockrell dropped another one at the 3-yard line. Jacob is having a tough day today. Young man has dropped 3 touchdown passes today.
I love that call, though. You come right out of the half.
Right.
He had a bad first half. You try to right all the wrongs with the perfect play, and that happens. He drops it again. That's tough. I don't know that you can continue to keep trying to feed him throughout the game to try to make that right.
Jacob Cockrell, this senior out of Stockbridge, Georgia. I mean, he's one of the best. He might be one of the best receivers in the league. And he's had 3 drops today. Darnell Williams gets the carry and gallops out to the 39-yard line to the 37 for a first down for Mount Union.
Yeah, he's visibly upset. Mount Union just got a first down, and after the play, he put his head up to the sky as if like, oh, I can't believe I dropped that. So he's still living 2 plays ago.
You know what? I keep throwing it to him. I keep throwing it to him. Mikey Maloney in the gun. H-back left, pitch wide. Darnell 40. Darnell 35. Stiff arm, and he goes out of bounds and then hits the track.
Williams on the carry. Carter Sleep.
And a lot of bodies over there that hit the track actually on the far side of the field. They're going to say Williams went out of bounds at the 32-yard line of Otterbein. So we'll give him, let's give him 5. Second down and 5. Just underway, third quarter here at Karas Stadium. 20-7 Purple Raiders with the lead on this sunny, warm Saturday afternoon in Alliance, Ohio. Get to Darnell left, coming back to the right 30. Darnell got a block 25. Darnell 20-15. Williams out of bounds at the 11-yard line. First down, Purple Raiders. Darnell Williams on the carry. Got a flag at the 24 of Otterbein over here on the right side. Holding on Mount Union.
10 yards to the start of the 5.
Talked about this beautiful weather today. 83 right now. That's the forecast high. 83 tomorrow. 84 Monday. And then we take a little dip.
Second down and 8 with the ball at the 35-yard line.
Looks like we may get a little rain on Tuesday and high of 68, 69 degrees. But nothing but sunshine today here. Maloney a little out caught. There you go. Cockrell stays in bounds. Nope. They're going to say he did step out at the 25, but he got a first down. Cockrell did.
Jacob Cockrell.
That's a confidence builder right there. That's all that was. Just a little 7-yard out. Jacob got his hands on it. Got a couple of extra yards after the catch. And hopefully you just forget about those drops earlier and straight ahead. First down, Purple Raiders at the Otterbein 25-yard line.
Sometimes you just need to feel one.
Yep. Just get one and forget about everything else. Maloney in the gun. Hands it to Darnell, 25-20. Williams to the 15. To the 10. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Mount Union. Darnell Williams from 25 yards away. And with 12:45 in the third, the Raiders are opening it up now, 26-7. Touchdown, Mount Union. He didn't get touched. Literally didn't touch it.
Cockrell was the wide receiver that was blocking on the right side. Wyatt Steele, the senior, came over to him and said, listen, you got to keep your head up. I don't know if that's what he said, but I would imagine something close.
Franklin gets the snap down. Merrick's extra point is up and good. And with 12:45 to go in the third quarter, the Purple Raiders have expanded their lead to 20 now at 27-7. Sam Berkman, Ryan Bevere with you today on 1310 WDPN, Q92radiosports.com, and all across our social media platforms today. Homecoming 2025 here at Mount Union. Great crowd. One of the bigger crowds they've had for homecoming here in a while. Some of the folks have headed out, but then we had about 3,500 today, maybe around 4,000. Stadium holds, I think, just under 6,000. Beautiful turf field with the purple painted end zones with Mount Union in black and white in the left end zone, Purple Raiders to the right. The big scoreboard again. The scoreboard is not working. The video board is. Looks the play clocks are out too now. Because they should run those play clocks before the kickoff, because you could have to delay a game on a kickoff. Those things aren't working either. Meanwhile, Rafferty puts that kickoff in and out of the end zone, and the Cardinals will take over 1st and 10. Well, they got 3 weeks to get it fixed. Because Mount will not be back home until October the 25th against Ohio Northern. Alliance High School is away next week. So they got some time to get the bugs worked out and get that scoreboard back rolling again. By the way, you high school football fans, if you're interested in a big game next Friday night from around the area here, 6-1 Alliance will be at 6-1 West Branch next Friday night. We'll have it here on 1310 WDPN and all of our social media platforms. That'll be the big one in the EBC and big one in the county next week. Pass out in the flat, caught, and out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. The catch was made by Grant Hartley, the wide receiver out of Belleville, Ohio. Purple Raiders will be in Wilmington next Saturday at 1:30. And then at Heidelberg on October the 18th before coming home on October the 25th against Northern. Man, we'll be just about halfway through the season after next week. Slant, caught, first down, Otterbein at the 37-yard line.
We're going to be to what, week 8 of high school football?
Week 8 of high school coming up, yep.
My goodness.
Zane Dooning on the catch and a first down for Otterbein.
It's interesting to me. Otterbein is still, even now down 20 now, they're still taking all the time in the world, trying to win the time of possession.
Yeah, the 25-second play clocks are out as well, so we really can't help you with that. Handoff over the right side, DiLorenzo, chopping his legs, gets to the 41-yard line for a gain of 3 yards on the play. Brandon Bowden was there first for the Purple Raiders, big number 91, Brandon Bowden. Rated 6'2", 220 out of Gainesville, Florida. Florida, speaking of Gainesville and the Florida Gators, they host Arch Manning and the Texas Longhorns later today. Down in the swamp. That might be one to save their coach's job, the Gators today. Bayless going to go back to throw. Off his back foot. Fires it incomplete. Yeah, been a lot of talk about Billy Napier down in Florida. This could be.
How about the quarterback matchup in that one? A couple weeks ago, you could have argued maybe 2 first-rounders going at it. Now, I could make an argument you got 2 sixth-rounders going at it, Arch Manning and DJ Lagway.
Yep.
But that should be a good game.
Is that a night game or an afternoon? Is it 3:30 or 7:30? 3:30. Oh, that'd be 100 degrees down there. But the folks in the Sunshine State are used to that. Bayless to throw. Here comes the blitz. Bayless just throws it away. And again, big pressure by Brandon Bowden again, second time in a row. The big man was breathing down the neck of the quarterback, Braden Bayless. He is just gassed. He's down back at the 17-yard line. And he has literally been running for his life all day. Down on Both knees down there at the 17 being looked at. I think he's just tired.
I've got an upset alert. Ball State leads Ohio 18-14 with 57 seconds to go in the game.
Oh my goodness! Now OU has only lost one, correct?
They have 2 losses.
2,
However,
but they beat West Virginia.
Yes,
right.
They beat West Virginia. Their 2 losses are against Big Ten schools: Ohio State and Rutgers. Or no, they have 3 losses.
Oh well,
so
it's not an upset anymore.
No. This would be their 3rd
Okay.
loss.
Here comes Bayless off the field under his own power. Gets a round of applause for some of the Cardinal faithful that made the trip up from Westerville today.
Brandon Bayless, the injured Cardinal.
They are 3-2. The Bobcats flirting with 3-3 and 500.
That's amazing to me right there. After today, they will have played 6 games already. Half the season is over.
Yes.
For Ohio. There's the punt, and it's a wobbler. It's going to go out of bounds at the Mount Union 42-yard line. And that's where Mount will go first at 10. 10:29 to go, third quarter, 27-7. Purple Raiders over Otterbein here in the third quarter. Homecoming at Mount Union today. That sun is another 15 or 20 minutes. It is going to be blasting through this press box window.
It's hitting you. I'm in the shade
You're
over
good.
here.
You're good. You're going to be fine. Me, I'm going to walk out of here scorched. There's Darnell, 45, 50, 45, 40. Darnell out of bounds at the Otterbein 41-yard line. First down, Purple Raiders. Darnell Williams on the move for the Purple Raiders and a first down.
You're going to walk out of here looking like Larry the Lobster. You're going to be as red as the gas station sign across the street.
Nick Turner in motion. He'll come back to the right side, and they'll give it off to Sean Thomas to the 40, 35, 30, 25. He's gone. Touchdown, Mount Union. Sean Thomas from 41 yards. It's 33-7, Mount Union. And now it looks like the entire Otterbein defense is gassed, which they really shouldn't be.
No.
Because they have not been on the field at all today.
I think it's just amazing, Sam, that the game plan for Otterbein, it's working for them. But you look up at the scoreboard and it's just not. It's because Mount Union is too good, they're too fast, they're too strong, and they don't need a lot of time to score.
So the Purple Raiders will try to add point number 34 on the board here. Franklin puts it down. Merrick's kick is up and good. And with 9:51 to go in the third, the Purple Raiders now are mashing 34-7 over Otterbein. We'll keep it here. And Ryan, not that it would have made a difference one way or the other, because it most definitely probably would not have. But you mentioned the time of possession, the way they were kind of keeping Mount off the field. They were chewing up the clock. I question the onside kick attempt now to begin the third quarter. You know what I mean? You were going to get the ball. You could have went back to doing what you were doing. At least run 4 or 5 minutes off the clock. Maybe tilt the field position a little bit. Maybe you would have scored. Maybe you wouldn't have. But you would have got back into your rhythm. But then they give the ball to Mount at the 50-yard line, and they just made it too easy for them.
Yeah, I mean, I think basically what they were saying was they're going to get to the 50 anyway, so let's just try to kick it on the onside kick and recover it. Or when you're working with only 50 yards, you're still going to have that time of possession. But when it's 34-7, that kind of goes out the window.
Yeah. Merrick's kickoff going to be returned from the goal line by Armistead, and he'll run her across the 20 and be taken down around the 24-yard line. That's where the Cardinals will go first at 10. You're listening to AM 1310 WDPN in Alliance. Sam Berkman, Ryan Bevere with you on this Saturday afternoon. Hope you're enjoying the ball game. Homecoming for Mount Union. A lot of folks came back today. Alum, friends, family. They had the homecoming ceremonies today at halftime. Right now, especially if you're sitting on this side of the stadium, you just kick back and catch some rays, watch a little football here.
For Otterbein.
Some of the folks did come prepared with umbrellas, some beach caps. First and 10 for the Cardinals. Going right to left from their own 24-yard line. They're down 34-7. I think we got a new quarterback in there, Ryan. We do. It is Duke Corley out of West Chapel, Florida, Wharton High School. He's wearing number 14. So maybe Braden Bayless is done for the day. Sitting down over here on the bench.
I mean, it's got to be crushing the Otterbein. You go into the half feeling pretty all right. You're only down 13. You're kind of doing what you wanted to do. And then within the first 5 minutes of game time, you're already down 34-7. So a nice job by Mount Union to correct some things at the half.
I bet the coaches got after him a little bit at halftime. Probably saw a little bit of lethargic play and what have you. And they've cranked it up here, and they've taken a 34-7 lead. There's a give to Griffin. Got hit once, got hit twice, and now here comes Weston Arthur. And here comes the rest of the Purple Raiders, and they'll bring him down at the 21-yard line. They'll give him on progress, but it's still going to bring up about a third down and 13. 8:37, third quarter of play. Purple Raiders 34, Otterbein 7.
Third and 13.
Check the college football scoreboard here after this play. See if the Cyclones are catching up to the Bearcats down in Cincinnati. Well, Iowa State got off to a terrible start today. They were down 31-7 in the first half. But the Fighting Campbells have made their way back. Third and 13. We're back to throw. Pass incomplete. Would have been good for a first down at the 33-yard line. Harrington couldn't hold it. Corley put it right on the money. Maybe a little bit behind it, but the ball was dropped. And that'll bring up fourth down for the Cardinals. And you can feel now this one really slipping away from Otterbein right now.
And it's happening so fast. Like I said, halftime was not long ago, only 7 minutes of game time. And it was 20-7.
Mason Ashby back for the Purple Raiders at the 45, the former Hoover Viking in his sophomore season here at Mount Union. There's the snap. There's the boot. Mason calls for the fair catch, and he'll grab it at the 50-yard line. So the Purple Raiders will take over first and 10 with 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter. And a 34-7 lead. Next weekend, we will be in Wilmington. Saturday afternoon at 1:30 on WDPN. The Purple Raiders and the Fighting Quakers of Wilmington. That's next Saturday at 1:30. Might look into a puddle jumper flight for that one.
Yeah.
Here comes Darnell Williams. 30, 25, 20. Darnell to the 15-yard line. He's got 35 more yards on the ground, Darnell Williams, and another Mount Union first down. What do we got back here at the 45-yard line? Is that a towel or a shoe? Somebody came out of their shoe for Otterbein.
Defensive player.
That was Caden Brunner, linebacker out of Galleon. Colonel Crawford High School over there by on the west side of Mansfield over in the Bucyrus area. Colonel Crawford. You know what Bucyrus is famous for? They do it every year, annually. Like the first week of fall.
What's that?
The Bratwurst Festival.
Oh, nice.
People from all over Ohio go to Bucyrus for that. Mikey Maloney is going to go back to throw it in the corner of the end zone. Wide open touchdown. Nick Turner hauls it in from 15 yards. And Mount Union now 40. Otterbein 7 with 6:58 to go. Purple Raiders have not only put their foot on the gas, they hit the turbo button here in this third quarter.
Yeah. They've scored 20. It'll be 21 after this PAT in less than half of one quarter. They put 20 up in the first half.
They said, take your time of possession and shove it.
Yes.
We don't need it. Franklin the hole. Yvonne for the extra point is up and good. So with 6:58 to go in the third quarter, we will take a timeout here at Mount Union. Purple Raiders 41, Otterbein 7. We'll come back with more on AM 1310 WDPN.
Craving something fresh in Alliance? Head to Pulp, where every day starts with in-house fresh squeezed juices, packed with real fruits and veggies. Need a boost? Try our wheatgrass or ginger shots. Small shots, big energy. Hungry? We've got you covered with crave-worthy bowls and wraps, loaded with flavor and made fresh just for you. Come visit us on 450 West State Street in Alliance. Healthy never tasted this good. Fresh flavors made just for you.
This is Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM 1310 WDPN.com.
Back here at Mount Union, Karis Stadium. Fourth quarter, about 5 minutes to go. Cincinnati 38, Iowa State 22. Well, the Cyclones could be undefeated no more. Here's the kickoff by Rafferty. Armistead will get the return to the 5-10. Shake and bake to the 15. Armistead to the 16. He'll be taken down at the 16-yard line. So first down, Otterbein with 6:52 in the third quarter, and the Purple Raiders in charge right now by the score of 41-7.
On the tackle.
I'm going to take this time to say hello to everybody out there in Purple Raider Nation listening and watching today on 1310 WDPN, on X, on Facebook, and the Q92 radio page on YouTube. Hope you're having a great day. And if you're out there, let us know you're listening. We'll give you a little shout out during the broadcast here today. All purple on homecoming, 41-7. So Duke Corley in for his second possession of the ball game, the second string quarterback. 6'1", 210-pound freshman Duke Corley in the gun. Hand it off over the right side, and we'll take it out to the 18-yard line. Rocco DiLorenzo out of Nordonia. Well, what's on tap for you the rest of the weekend?
Well,
got an early kickoff Sunday.
5 kids plus wife equals
weekend over.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's done. At 9 a.m. actually might help me.
Yeah. Browns and Vikings across the pond. I think a 9:30 kick on Sunday. We were talking about that last night. Carry over the right side for no gain. Who is carrying that tomorrow? Is it a network or is it NFL Network?
You know, that's a good question. But what I want to know is how does Minnesota get scheduled a Dublin game and then a London game back to back? Did they stay there?
They did. They did. But why would they do that to them?
Right. Why would they? And why would Minnesota agree to that? Unless they didn't have a choice.
Well, I know the game Sunday. I know the Browns are wearing brown, so is it technically a home game for them?
Yeah, I believe the Browns are the home team.
So maybe Minnesota was the designated home team a week ago, but still, to make them play 2 games, interception, coast to T, 25 to the 20, and Prashavulu's got it down to the 19-yard line. That's an interception for the Purple Raiders, and they'll take over first down.
Yeah, something happened at halftime. And they have come out a completely different football team here. In the second half, it is 21-0 in the third quarter. And Mount's about to try to make it 28.
Yeah. So Costa, Rashavulu with the INT Ulu. First down Raiders at the Otterbein 19-yard line. Mikey Maloney still in there at quarterback for the Raiders. Mikey will give it to Sean Thomas around the right side, 20 to the 15 to the 10. Got a block to the 5. Touchdown, Mount Union. Holy moly. Otterbein looks like he just about quit. I hate to even say that, but I mean, they have offered no resistance the last 3 snaps of the football.
Well, they're offering some resistance in the end zone right now. Flags all over the place. I think every official threw it.
This might be offsetting, maybe. Unsportsmanlike on Otterbein. Unsportsmanlike on Mount Union. That'll wash. Offset, touchdown will stand, and it's 47-7 Mount Union. I mean, literally, Otterbein has not even touched a Mount Union ball carrier or receiver the last 3 or 4 snaps of the game.
It is so interesting to me how they had everything going their way. Everything was working for Otterbein, and they hit the third quarter, and it's just they have not done anything that they did in the first.
Merrick's kick is good. 5:04 to go now in the third quarter, and it's now Mount Union 48 and Otterbein 7. I mean, this thing escalated quickly. I mean, it went from 20-7 to 48-7 in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, it was.
Holy cow.
I mean, we were trying to figure out what kind of third quarter we were going to get. Is this going to be a ball game?
No.
And it's no.
No,
Yeah.
it is not.
It is showing Jeff Dart, his 41-0 record is showing against the first-year head coach. Those halftime adjustments, whatever adjustments they were, we'll have to find out after the game.
There's the kickoff by Rafferty. That'll go 5 yards deep in the end zone. Otterbein will take over first attempt.
The touchback will bring the football to the 25-yard line. First down, Cardinal, with 5 minutes remaining, third quarter.
There's high school football last night. We each had a couple of. You had a really good game last night. Lake Jackson, 40-37. Polar Bears beat the previously unbeaten Blue Streaks. I had Alliance over Carrollton last night. Aviators won by 3 touchdowns. And we'll take their 6-1 record to 6-1 West Branch next Friday night. That should be a great game. Pass out into the flat, caught by Dooning. Zane got twisted and spun around, and he'll go down, and another flag was thrown. And Jeff Dart's about 10 yards onto the field. Can't believe they threw the flag there. I don't know if it was a face mask or something, but Coach Jeff was not happy about it. And he won the argument. They picked up the flag and waved it off. Good call. Sometimes you think there's a face mask that's grabbed, and sometimes it's just you get a bad angle and you really can't tell. So no flag, no harm, no foul. And with 4:50 to go in the third quarter, Mount Union leads at 48-7. And the Cardinals have a 2nd and 7 coming up here at their own 28-yard line. Purple Raiders with 3 down linemen. Weston Arthur coming off the right side. Boy, they still bleed this play clock down all the way. Quarterback trying to run for his life, and he'll eventually get thrown out of bounds around the 30-yard line. It was Duke Corley.
Corley on the carry.
Raiders were chasing him. They finally, Caleb Brown shoved him out of bounds on the far side. Four minutes to go in the third quarter. 48-7. Mount Union with the big lead here at home on homecoming day. So going back to my original question, your weekend is cooked then, it sounds like.
No.
Or are you going to figure out a way?
We're a football family, so I've molded them into being football families. So my Sundays are pretty much football. Saturday is this, and then I don't know, maybe a park tonight, something free. No admission charge, something like that. But
Nice night
no
to
real
go to a park
plans.
tonight.
No
Nice
real
night.
plans. We've already had 2 birthdays this month. We've got or September. We have 2 birthdays in October. We got a birthday in November, and then Christmas. Plans are fizzling out until the spring. I did see.
What is it? October is what the largest month for birthdays, I think, in the year, is it? I think, or is it September? There's more birthdays in October than
September. Makes sense.
Yeah. There's a handoff over the left side out to the 37-yard line.
Yep, September does make sense. That would be 9 months after the holidays, New Year's.
48-7 Mount Union, third quarter, 2:28 to go. Clock is rolling here at Karis Stadium on a 84-degree Saturday afternoon.
I think we know what my parents were doing on New Year's Eve back in '97. Had a couple backup quarterbacks over across the way warming up for Mount Union.
See if Carson Durlin gets in, the former Hoover. You know, it'd be cool for Durlin to throw a pass to Mason Ashby.
He's warming up on the sideline right now, but he's got his helmet off, hat backwards. So I don't know if he's helping someone else warm up. We also got a Chase Cooper warming up out of Orlando, Florida. He's a junior, so he'll probably get the reps.
I would imagine at the end of the third quarter, Mount will probably pull most, if not all, of their starters. They've already subbed pretty heavy here on defense. 1:30 to go, 48-7 Purple Raiders again. Trip to Wilmington next Saturday, kickoff at 1:30. One good thing about going down to Wilmington, now it has worked to where the Wilmington game has been scheduled during the McKinley-Massillon game during the season, the last couple of trips down there, so I have not gone. But previously, before that, they bring you up just containers and boxes of Cincinnati chili.
Oh. That's not necessarily food.
Well, I mean, it was pretty good. I'm not like a huge fan of that.
I don't like anything in Kentucky.
But it was pretty good.
I don't like anything in Kentucky.
I liked it. It was good. So we'll be heading down there. Of course, Jeff Lindesmith, head football coach at Canton Central Catholic, he is a proud graduate of Wilmington College. Played baseball down there, did trucker. There's a handoff up to midfield. We'll bring up second down as we're coming up on the final seconds here in the third quarter.
Jeremiah Tillman.
I'm sure our equipment doesn't get too warm here as the sun is really beating through the windows here on the press box side. And with that, the third quarter comes to an end. And what a third quarter it was for Mount Union. They outscored Otterbein 28-0 in the third quarter. We go to the fourth. Mount Union 48, Otterbein 7. Purple Raider football continues after this on 1310 WDPN.
Hey, Joe. Good to see you. What brings you out today? What's up, Sam? Need to pick up a few tools. You? I need new faucets and a vanity, maybe even a whole new bathroom. But I can't get any help or find what I need in this place. Yeah, Sam. These big hardware stores are great for tools and appliances, but not for kitchens and bathrooms. You need to go to Robertson's for that. Robertson Kitchen and Bath Gallery is an American Standard Plumbing registered showroom, and their knowledgeable consultants have the training and expertise to actually help you get what you need without breaking your budget.
Visit Robertson Kitchen and Bath this Thursday evening until 7 at 2155 West Main Street in the Alliance Industrial Park. Robertson Kitchen and Bath, where amazing meets affordable.
This is Mount Union football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM 1310 WDPN.com.
There we go, back at Mount Union, 48-7 Purple Raiders. Sam Berkman, Ryan Bevere with you on 1310 WDPN, the Q92 Radiosports.com. Thanks for being with us today. Don't forget you can join me Monday through Friday, 3 until 6 for the Sam Berkman Show on AM 1310 WDPN and the Q92 radio page on YouTube. Looking forward to talking with all of you coming up Monday at 3 p.m. 48-7 Raiders as we start the fourth quarter. Pass in the left flat is caught and out of bounds. Liebler with the tackle at the 45-yard line. So Corley put it right on the money, and the catch was made by Tyler Harrington. Stadium is really emptied out here now on homecoming.
Direction Harrington with that reception.
From the 45-yard line, third down and 1 for Duke Corley and the Otterbein Cardinals, trailing 48-7. Long count, handoff. That is going to be just enough for a first down.
Picks up the first down.
So Lorenzo with the carry and the first down, and Otterbein will move the sticks and
lead the clock.
Lead the clock. Yes, let's keep doing that. 13-15 go in the game. Post game show coming forward. It'll be a summary of stats and some analysis. Ryan will be getting a coach interview and some players. You can check out Facebook and X, Instagram. Those will be up a little bit later after the ball game today, all along 1310 WDPN and Q92 Sports. Imagine Coach start. Like the perfect question. Holy smokes, what was that? Everybody was moving before the snap. 5-yard penalty on Otterbein. I was a coach. I'm going to ask you a two-part question. Thoughts on the first half, thoughts on the third quarter.
Yeah.
And we're done here.
There you go.
2,874 of the attendance here today. I thought there was a lot more than that.
It was packed. Packed crowd, packed house.
13-15 left to go in this one. Otterbein after the penalty, first and 15 now. The Purple Raider 48-yard line here in the fourth quarter play. Corley back to throw, out pattern, incomplete. Try to get the Zane Dooning. Balls to the turf, incomplete. It's Minnesota tied at 7:30. Got some baseball games going on today as well. Unfortunately, the Guardians are not on the dock today. Their season came to an end on Thursday to Detroit at Progressive Field. Pack it up and get ready for Goodyear coming up here in February. Corley back to throw. Almost intercepted. Almost intercepted at the 38-yard line. Almost picked off by the Purple Raiders. That was. Now that's showing Jason Anderson, number 22, freshman out of Akron Bookville. Got him listed as a wide receiver, but obviously playing defensive back here. So Otterbein 3rd and 15 now at their own at the Purple Raider 48-yard line. Twins each side. Corley in the gun. He'll go back to throw and a 7-step drop over the middle. Incomplete. Harrington had it. Dropped it. Fourth down. 12:56 to go. What do you think on Sunday? What are you looking for? Never mind win-loss, but Dylan Gabriel. What are your realistic expectations for him as the Browns starting quarterback on Sunday?
Well, I think it's a tough debut. You're going up against Minnesota's defense have been really, really well, not just this year, but over the last several seasons. You're in a different country. It's very weird. Has he ever even been across the pond? You know what I mean? Like, let alone played a game there. I'm really not expecting a lot, and I think it's a weird situation. I think we should have waited. The Browns should have waited until at least next week to make the move. But the one thing that I just absolutely just cannot get on board with is that Joe Flacco still being the backup quarterback and not inserting your other rookie quarterback, Shedeur Sanders, that you did draft to be the backup guy. I just don't see a world where you have to go back to Joe Flacco anymore. I don't know how you feel about that, but when I just initially thought, when I saw that Gabriel was going to be the starter, I said, well, who's the backup?
Lucas Weaver.
And that's going to be Joe Flacco. What do you think about that?
Well, I will tell you this. Mount leads 48-7 over Otterbein. We got 12:30 left to go in the game. I wish somehow I could be invisible up in Berea to see exactly what really is going on. I'm sure you heard Rex Ryan a couple of days ago calling out Shedeur.
I think everyone heard Rex Ryan.
And Rex must know. He has connections. He must know. Now, look, why he would get on TV and say that? Maybe he knew. But whatever the situation is, there has to be something else. Because you saw Shedeur and you saw Dylan Gabriel play in the preseason. I thought Shedeur looked pretty decent. Now again, preseason, garbage football. You're going up against guys that aren't even in the league anymore. You got to take all that into the consideration. But they both played in the preseason. They both did pretty well. I'm not so sure. It has to be that Shedeur is not preparing. He's not taking it serious. Or why would he not be the second-string quarterback? Why would Joe Flacco, at the age of 40 and clearly on the downside of his career, why would he still be QB2 in front of Shedeur Sanders? Why would that be? The only other thing I can think of is that your head coach wanted nothing to do with Shedeur Sanders in the draft, and it was forced on him, which I completely believe. We've seen it before, Johnny Manziel. And he's saying, you know what? No, he's not going to get the number 2 job. Pass complete for the Raiders all the way down to the Otterbein 38-yard line. That's a big first down.
You know what they are? You ever walk on a treadmill?
Oh, yeah.
That's the Browns.
Going nowhere.
Yes. They're walking, and they are going nowhere.
Well,
they're a treadmill. I mean, it's.
I know there's, the New York Giants are a little bit of a mess. I know the New York Jets are a little bit of a mess. I know that people make fun of the Jacksonville Jaguars and some of the stuff that they do. Some people get on the Cardinals for what they do. The Saints a little bit here and there. But without question, the Cleveland Browns are they are the worst run franchise in the National Football League. And I could say that with a straight face. And penalty flags littering the field on that run all the way down to the Otterbein 9-yard line. So we'll get this all sorted out. But in my opinion, the facts are the facts are the facts. And that's why they are what they are. They haven't really made any right decision since the team came back in 1999. And it's a product of the culture. In my opinion, it is a product of the ownership. Everything goes downhill. Okay? From Modell to Lerner to Haslam. And it's just been nothing but a cluster since. And I can't put my finger on it why, but I do know I learned a long time ago everything starts at the top. And that's all I need to know. And I know some Browns fans out there, oh, how could you say that? That's what I know. That's what I know. Things start at the top.
Why do you think the Cowboys haven't won anything?
Exactly. But the whole quarterback situation for Cleveland is, I mean, somebody was joking with me the other day off the air, getting some messages in during a commercial break of my show on 1310. They said, wouldn't it be something if Deshaun Watson took a snap before Shedeur Sanders?
He may.
He might.
He may. And you know what? He would. He would. If he is healthy and ready to go and says I can play, he will absolutely play before Shedeur.
It's crazy. Chase Copper, by the way, and a quarterback for Mount, 6'2" junior out of Orlando, Florida, Oviedo High School. Now they're in Central Florida. They're just a mess. Plus, I don't believe they were I don't think they were trying to set themselves up to win this year or next year.
I would disagree with the signing of Myles Garrett.
Well, I think that was a mistake too. And I know there are a lot of people that they will die on the hill for Myles Garrett, Myles Garrett, Myles Garrett. And if you're one, that's okay.
He's the best player in the league.
But however, they don't win with him. And I'm not. I can honestly sit here and tell you I'm not a big Myles Garrett fan. I'm not.
I'm a Myles Garrett on the field fan, but we're not going to win the Super Bowl, I don't think, with Myles Garrett unless it happens way down the line.
Yeah. I would have moved him. I would have moved him when they had the chance to get some draft pickers and hand off left side 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Mount Union, boy, that was easy. Lucas Weaver out of Walsh Jesuit into the end zone. Touchdown, Mount Union, 54-7, Purple Raiders. Yeah, the Browns haven't won anything with Myles, and I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan even on the field some of the time. I'm still waiting for Myles Garrett to make a sack on a 3rd down and 7. I'm still waiting.
That's a good point.
I see a lot of empty stats for Myles Garrett.
It's very similar to Aaron Judge in baseball. When you go through MVP regular seasons, you hit the playoffs, and it's absolutely nothing. It's similar to that. And I agree with what you're saying, because that's what the Steelers argument is. Anytime the Browns play the Steelers, what do you notice? TJ Watt, not just making plays, making the big plays that change the game, and they count, they matter.
I've always said Myles Garrett is the Edwin Encarnacion of the Cleveland Browns. Remember Encarnacion? We signed him for a 3-year, $60 million deal.
Hit a lot of 7-1 home runs.
You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. 8th inning, it's 8-1, nobody on base, and he'll knock one out of the park. But when there's 2 on and 2 out in the bottom of the 7th in a tie game, not coming through.
It takes a real sports savant to understand things like that. You really just have to consistently open your eyes and watch the product. It's as simple as that.
And Myles wanted out so badly. I mean, he went on a tour during the Super Bowl requesting a trade. Get me out of here. I don't like the way things are going. I don't like the way the thing's set up. I don't like the direction. Hey, Myles, you want to be the highest paid? Okay. So that really tells me all I need to know there.
I have a plan. Takes a couple years, but I have a plan.
Well, look here. What is it, 25?
I got a plan that'll take us to the stadium.
You been listening to my show? I have been saying for months, 2029, watch out and see what happens. Well, for whatever reason. But if you follow the history of the NFL, when teams are making the move into a new stadium, follow the hit. Go back and watch, and go back and see what happens. You watch and see what happens.
I know what I'm doing. I do got plans tonight now. Figure something out about that one.
D'Angelo over the left side. Armstead will be taken out at the 25-yard line.
But you could take.
Or DiLorenzo, I beg your pardon.
I mean, you could gain a lot of draft capital from now until the new stadium. Kind of like the OKC Thunder did in basketball. And look what that did. It won them a championship. You could turn Myles Garrett and your 2 first-round picks next year into 8 first-round picks over the next 4 years.
There is probably, I don't know, I was looking at the roster the other day. There's probably about 4 or 5 guys on the Browns right now that are pretty good players that would get you some stuff in return. I would move every one of them.
Yeah.
Because you're not going anywhere this year. You're not going anywhere next year. You're not going anywhere the year after. Pass out on the flag, caught out of bounds and around the 46-yard line. Nice little run after the catch for Zane Dooning. Zane's still playing hard. Young man on 11 on the 6'1" receiver, 175 pounds. First down, Cardinals. It's 55-7, Mount Union. We're in the 4th quarter, 7 minutes, 5 seconds, clock running.
Leah on the tackle.
We got to do a podcast.
Should.
First down, Otterbein.
Maybe we'd have some good back and forth. First down, Otterbein. 6:43 to go in the fourth quarter.
Who's better, LeBron or Jordan? There we go. They can do a whole 24-hour show on that one.
Lorenzo cracks midfield down to the Mount Union 49-yard line.
You know who I got?
I know who you got.
Merchant and
I know who you got.
I can take a guess who you got. Let's do it.
Well,
Josh Bowen also there for
the only similarity is they both were 23. You know what? That discussion will go on 100 years after we're gone.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'll never end because they're really, because it's an opinionated question.
Yeah.
So there will never be a right or wrong answer. Morley back to throw deep out. That one is caught by Hartley. He'll go out of bounds at the Mount 42-yard line. Tackle over there by Mason Anderson, the freshman out of Buchtel. Playing a little offense and defense today for Coach Jeff Dart in Mount Union.
How about this one? You ready?
I'm ready.
Shohei Ohtani or Babe Ruth?
Jason Anderson on the tackle.
Well, I never saw Babe Ruth play.
Third and one.
Just old video clips and probably over-exaggerated stories.
You know, I think
I'm going to go with Shohei.
I think I could strike Babe Ruth out.
Well, if you caught him after a bender, you might be able to get him. I don't know Shohei Ohtani personally, but I don't think he's out till 5 in the morning playing around the bars of L.A. He's supposed to start today.
Yep.
The first game of the NLDS against the Phillies.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. Phillies, Dodgers.
About 4 o'clock.
That might be your World Series right there.
That will be a great series. Now this is best of 5 now, right?
Yes.
Okay. Best of 3, best of 5, and then 2 best of 7s for the League Championship Series, and then obviously the World Series. 55-7, by the way, Mount Union. Here in the fourth quarter, clock winding down. 4:17 to go here. Corley says, get out of my way. I'm going to run this ball. 40, 35, 30, and out of bounds inside the 28, down to around the 26-yard line. 17 yards on the carry by Duke Corley, the freshman quarterback. In relief of the starter today, Braden Bayless, who had to go out in the third quarter. He was just tired and gassed and had a rough day, so Coach Marquis said, that's enough. Let's put in the freshman and see what we can do here. 3:48 to go. Again, quick post game coming up when we're done, and we'll wrap things up here on this Saturday afternoon. Did
Ohio lose? Yes.
Yeah, that's what did they really? I believe
they lost to Ball State.
The carry right up the middle for the Cardinals. Matt Griffin on the carry, and another first down for Otterbein, down to about the 10-yard line of Mount Union. First down.
They had a 14-0 lead, Sam,
Edmund Wissa
and lost 20-14. How do you explain that?
First down for the Cardinal at the 12-yard line.
Iowa State falling from the ranks of the unbeaten today. The Cincinnati Bearcats at Nippert Stadium got the Cyclones today. Corley, play action. He'll roll. Pat got batted right back in his face, and it was incomplete. Nice defensive play by Cale Littell. Cale Lighty, the sophomore, the spur backer out of Tip City, Tippecanoe.
This is a big stand for the defense.
It is. All the back. You're right.
Backups are in there. There's 2 minutes to go in the ball game. You do not want to give up a touchdown going into the locker room and have to explain that to the starters.
You are 100% correct. And they're rooting them on too on the far side. They want these guys to keep Otterbein out of the end zone. Second and 10, Cardinal with the Purple Raider 12 with 2:32 left to go in the game. Wide left, right, slot left. Corley in the gun. H-back to the right for Otterbein. Corley gives it to Griffin, trying to needle his way down to the 10, inside the 10,
near the 10-yard line.
close to the 9-yard line.
Elijah Franklin
At this point, I would be surprised if they tried to run a play before the official 2-minute timeout. What's your take on the 2-minute timeout in college football?
I love it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's just like the pros, and I think that they should mimic the pros as much as they can, especially in college. I would like to see it in high school.
Now, I'm going to tell you why they did it, and especially for the – now, they had to do it at Division 2 and 3 and 1AA for uniformity purposes, but the reason they did it at the D1 level, the power level, it's a chance to play 4 commercials on television. That's the reason they did it. And that's the facts, Jack. Period.
Well, when you put it that way, I don't like it. But,
why the NFL did it.
But I do like – I like that it gives, it just adds to the drama. It gives each team more of a chance at the end. If you're trying to come back, the clock automatically stops at 2 minutes. Why they chose 2 minutes, I don't know. Could have chose 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 90 seconds.
I just don't like it. I thought it was fine. I thought it was fine the way that it was. I mean, I don't even like it in the pros.
I was going to say, would you remove it in the NFL?
Because, I mean, that's the only – they basically manipulated the game. They just made rules up as, okay, we're going to stop it here.
Yeah.
Why? Come on. You got 6 timeouts to use between the 2 teams every half. So we all know why they put it in. Corley back to throw. That's going to be intercepted, and that is going to go to the house, and that's going to go 90 yards in the end zone. Touchdown. Jason Anderson, pick 6. 61-7, Purple Raiders. Good for that young man.
We just talked about it. Big defensive stand right there. They turn it into 6 points. How do you like that to get you to 60?
Young man out of Akron Bookville High School. I want to get. I don't know what the official is. I said 90. I could be off by a yard or two, but he got that ball, and there was nothing but green in front of him. And the young man from just up the road in Summit County sprinted into the end zone, and defense loves that. All right, Luke Stenson is on for the extra point for Mount Union.
Luke Stenson.
That extra point is up and good. Luke out of the Bolus School down in Jacksonville, Florida with the PAT. Let's take a timeout. 1:47 left to go in the ball game. This is about what we thought it was going to be. Mount Union 62, Otterbein 7. Back with more on 1310 WDPN.
Do you or a loved one suffer with back pain? Most chronic back problems are caused by compression from the disc being thinner and thinner as we get older. At the Disc Center of Alliance, also known as Family Health Physical Medicine, all we have to do is put the patient on the table and decompress the spine. These treatments are so gentle, patients usually fall asleep. They don't have to go through the shots, surgeries, all the physical therapy, or painful and invasive procedures or drugs. If you have an MRI scan, we can look at it and tell you if we can help you or not. Seeing us can change your life. Give us a call, 330-821-4455.
You're listening to Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM 1310 WDPN.com.
Sam Burke with Ryan Bevere back here at Mount Union. Homecoming 2025, and it's been purple rain today. 62-7. Mount Union with 1:47 left to go. Stick around. We'll have a quick post game for you coming up. Stenson's got it teed up at the 35. Line driver, knuckleball, get into the end zone ball. It did. It almost went out, but it snuck in the pylon. And Otterbein will take over first and 10. 1:47 to go. And we'll be in Wilmington next Saturday, 1:30 here on 1310 WDPN. That quarter getting hot.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what we're gonna do. Yeah, I hope that didn't make too much noise.
Nice job.
It's gonna have you unplugged. Our apologies. Unbelievable. You got a 50% chance to do something right. You can't do it. Amazing. Minute 47 left.
Yeah, Go ahead, shut the blinds.
There we go.
We got the TV monitor.
Got to cool it off a little bit in here. It's getting toasty. It must be about what, 3:15? Oh, it's 4 o'clock.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, no wonder. Usually about 2:45. If you're over here this time of the day. Mr. Sunshine knocking on your door pretty hard. Officials timeout with 1:32 to go. 62-7 Mount Union. I was going to have you check on Wheaton and Grove City and see what they did today. Obviously, we want those guys to just keep on winning and keep moving our strength of schedule up. Looking, of course, way down the road when things start to get serious here at the end of November.
Second down and 7.
Scoreboard has been out since the end of the first half. We've kind of gone with the video feed and then like a little score bug at the bottom, letting us know the score, the quarter, down a distance in the yard line. And that scoreboard, the big scoreboard, never came back on. The 25-second play clock never came back on, but managed to make it through here today.
So since beating Wheaton beat Augustina, Illinois, in Carroll, Wisconsin. They play North Central tonight at 7.
Whoa. Okay.
Big matchup between Wheaton and North Central.
Is that at North Central?
Is at North Central.
Okay. I'll try to keep my eyes on that one tonight.
How about Wheaton needing to go to Mountain Union and North Central in the same regular season?
Wow, you talk about beefing up your schedule.
Yeah.
I forget who Grove City was playing. I think somebody they should beat. How about that for a 7 o'clock prime timer tonight? Wheaton and North Central. That'll be pretty good stuff.
And tonight, Grove City takes on Geneva.
Okay.
And
Geneva's a pretty good program.
That, according to ESPN, that game is going to be on YouTube.
Okay.
So you could watch Grove City and Geneva for free on YouTube.
Interesting. All right, so I'll tell you what, if Wheaton,
ladies and gentlemen,
which I don't think they will, but if they would beat North Central, guess who goes up to number 1 in the country?
Oh, yeah.
And they'll stay there.
Yeah.
Time has run out here in Alliance. Well done, Purple Raiders. Final score, Mount Union 62. Otterbein 7. Mount Union goes to 4-0 on the season. Otterbein drops to 0-4. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the postgame. It's all next. And it's all here on AM 1310 WDPN.
Montfort Glass reminds you that fall is just around the corner and winter won't be far behind. And now's the time to think about those commercial doors and windows that need a little work. When the mercury in the old thermometer starts to plummet and the cold wind starts to blow, you'll want to be warm and cozy inside. And you can be with the help of the experts at Montfort Glass. They can replace broken or cracked windows and doors quite economically with unsurpassed service. Montforts can even handle those odd and different sized windows, as well as replacing the old hardware and providing weather stripping for commercial doors of all types. No matter what kind of door or window treatment you need, the crew at Montfort Glass can handle it. Imagine the comfort of a pleasantly warm home, and your fuel bill savings will add up too. Call the glass experts at Montfort Glass at 330-823-0450. Montfort Glass, 30 South Union Avenue in Alliance.
Do you or a loved one suffer with back pain? Most chronic back problems are caused by compression from the disc being thinner and thinner as we get older. At the Disc Center of Alliance, also known as Family Health Physical Medicine, all we have to do is put the patient on the table and decompress the spine. These treatments are so gentle, patients usually fall asleep. They don't have to go through the shots, surgeries, all the physical therapy, or painful and invasive procedures or drugs. If you have an MRI scan, we can look at it and tell you if we can help you or not. Seeing us can change your life. Give us a call, 330-821-4455.
You're listening to Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM 1310 WDPN.com.
Welcome back to the University of Mount Union Terrace Stadium. Sam Berkman, Ryan Bevere, AM 1310 WDPN. Streaming live, Q92radiosports.com, AM 1310 WDPN.com. Glad you can hang out with us here on this Saturday afternoon. 62-7 the final score. I'm guessing we're not going to get stats before we sign off. We'll give them a couple minutes, but I don't think they're going to make it up here. But so I'll just ask your thoughts on the game. And real simple, Ryan, you break this one down. First half, second half, completely different 2 quarters of play after halftime.
I mean, it was a great first half. You're talking about a rookie head coach that kept the ball game close, and we kept questioning, like, time of possession. They're destroying first downs. They're destroying. They're beating them in the stats that matter. You look at the scoreboard, and Mountain Union's up 13. So we're talking at halftime like, well, it's kind of there, but it's kind of they're outmatched. And then the third quarter, and you hit it. Not only did they put their foot on the gas, they had the turbo button.
You're right. Yeah, it was like a video game, and it was like boom, 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 boom. Good night. And that's how it ended up, 62-7, the final score. All right, we will be in Wilmington next Saturday. Kickoff at 1:30 here on AM 1310 WDPN, and then by then we'll be halfway through. OAC teams, the D3 team, you play 10-game schedule, so we'll be halfway through and get ready for the second half and keep this baby. Here they come, just in the nick of time. Thank you, Casey. Just read a couple of quick stats here. I am curious to look at time of possession just for fun. Unbelievable. Otterbein, 43 minutes and 39 seconds. Mount Union, 16 minutes, 21 seconds. Mount Union wins, 62-7. Mikey Maloney today, 7 of 13, 107 for 2 touchdowns. Darnell, 13 for 163 on the ground, a couple of touchdowns. Sean Thomas, 6 for 97. Couple of tutties. Lucas Weaver, Mikey Maloney also rushed for touchdowns today. Receiving, Nick Turner caught 3 for 65. Mount really didn't. Well, they only threw the ball 13 times. They didn't really need to run. Didn't need to throw it. Let's see here. Mike Franklin, 1 punt today for 49 yards. For Otterbein, the quarterbacks, 12 of 13 and 22 for 106 for Braden Bayless. Duke Corley, 5 of 12 for 42 rushing. Not much. Griffin, 15 for 58. DiLorenzo, 17 for 50. First downs, Mount Union had 21 first downs. Otterbein had 19. Total yards today, Mount 40 plays for 449. Otterbein 78 plays for 290 yards. Let's see here. Third down conversions, Mount 3 of 5. Otterbein 8 of 20. Otterbein 2 of 3 on fourth down. The Raiders never had to go on fourth down today. 2,874 here today for homecoming. Your final score, Mount Union 62 and Otterbein 7. For my partner, Ryan Bevere, Ryan Rainsberg back at the studio. And most of all, Raider Nation, thank you for tuning in and listening. Final score, Mount Union 62, Otterbein 7. This is Sam Berkman saying so long from the University of Mount Union. You've been listening to Purple Raider Football right here on AM 1310 WDPN. Have a great weekend, everybody.